All right, what's up, guys? How we doing today? Welcome to our final episode of the GE 2025 VOD review, um, a season in review, for lack of a better word. This is the last game that I coached in VCT Pacific in 2025. Um, we were already eliminated from the playoffs, and that led to sort of an interesting week leading up to the actual match. Um, Interesting in the fact that it's how do you motivate people when there's nothing to play for? And it's definitely something that I struggled with at the beginning of the week. We tried so many different comps, we tried so many different things. We played a couple of pracs as normal on our first day back. We had a day off after the Gen G loss, or the Nongshim loss rather, and then we went into our regular prep. Still going to do VOD review, still going to prepare for the team as normal. But there's definitely something missing, right? Because the fire's a little bit gone, even from myself included. I'll admit, I was definitely not pulling an all nighter and making sure that I had watched every single moment of every single map that DRX had played in the year, like I had done for the previous matches. Um, and after the first day or two of practice leading up to the DRX match, it was pretty obvious that we were going to get killed out there. I was sort of just like letting the players, call what they wanted. I offered for them to change comps; they could play whatever they wanted, and just the overall level of effort that we were putting into prac was definitely a step down from where it had been, which again is kind of understandable, but also we want to switch up, we want to finish out the season on like at least a reasonable note. Um, and so after I think like 2 days of practice, um, we had like maybe 2 days left before the match. Uh, Honestly, MCE kind of snapped me out of it and snapped the team out of it. He came down after prac one day and was just like, you guys are gonna embarrass yourself on stage if you keep this level of effort going into the practice. And that I was like, yeah, you're right. Like this would be a tragedy if we went out there and just got absolutely obliterated by DRX. Um, because even though there's no playoffs to play for, even though there's no um, money to play for, there's nothing to play for right now. But there is stuff to play for in the future. And what I mean by that is, and this is kind of how I phrased it to the team, is like nothing is for certain as far as your spot in the league going forward. You got to realize that you're on a team that didn't succeed this year. That carries some weight. That's going to be what people judge you on. And if you go out there and you get just completely annihilated by this team in your last match, and that's the last thing that people recognize, that's the last time that people see you play, that's going to be their lasting impression, right? So if you play DRX and you get 13-0, 13-0 or whatever it is, you drop like 6 kills, you're clearly not trying that hard, and then the season ends and you don't get to play anymore, then who's going to want to pick you up the next year? Who's going to want to give you another shot? Who's going to remember you in a positive light? And this is literally the conversation that we had with the players, and it was something that I need to also just like remember. It's like this is the last chance that you may ever have to play in the VCT. Um, so do you want to have an embarrassing memory, or do you want to finish your season, finish your opportunity, knowing that you put good effort in, that you tried very hard, and despite maybe failing in your goals, you at least like cross the finish line with full effort. So that was sort of the message to the players for the last couple of days, and I would say the next 2 days of practice were definitely significantly better. We went into this match. We'd shown our bind a couple times. It didn't feel great. We knew DRX was a solid team with some good ideas. Um, and we wanted to just play them on maps that we thought we were good at. So we left Lotus, which we were okay at. We picked Icebox, and we left Corrode in there, kind of like 2 or 3 out of our top 4 or 5 maps, and we just we did our best. So let's go ahead and hop into the VODs. Obviously, this is going to be a bit less hype than some of the other episodes, but I did want to, again, like, cross the finish line. Let's actually finish this out, kind of put the series to bed. So I do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, and as always, if you have any questions about anything, like, I'll do my best to answer them in chat. So here we go. We go to Lotus. We haven't shown our Lotus since the secret match, I believe, since we banned it against Gen G and didn't get picked against Nongshim. And we had mixed some things up. We dropped our Teo. We'd added in a Vice. So, and then we'd moved Ban onto the Omen, Poppy onto the Viper. So we'd switched up a few things. Wanted to try sort of like as much comfort as possible, comfort in the comp as far as like the meta goes. Obviously, Ban's Omen is not something that he was really known for, but he was open to playing this, and it kind of fit. Initially, we were playing this with the Clove just because, again, we'd sort of discovered that we had to have a second entry with Udaton, and Ban was really the only player that had like the mindset of an entry player. So we had him on Clove initially, and things were going okay, but everybody was kind of just like, let's just try it with the Omen because it's a little bit more, traditional, and it's definitely just a little bit better than the Clove. So Ban stepped up and played the Omen, and Crystal's most comfortable agent on this map was the Sova. Yeoman, we kind of had shifted over to playing a lot of Sentinel, Deadlock, Vice, that type of stuff, Sage, and he'd done pretty well in that role. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Lotus against DRX. This was their pick. We prepped for them as usual. We come up with our script and our ideas against what they were going to do, and we can just kind of see how it worked.
11 win, but it was very close. GE struggled a little bit, but it was a different comp against Team Secret, and they lost a very close one there. So going to be curious to see what kind of changes GE wants to make here. Especially with Udaton switching over to that Raze instead of the Neon. Kind of curious.
And that's a good point. Udaton was very clearly like unhappy and also uncomfortable playing the Neon on this map. So we just put him on the Raze where he had played his most games on Lotus, and just kind of let him do his thing. Again, the focus was really just kind of like putting everybody on what was comfortable, and sort of everybody gave their input a little bit towards trying to put together, comps that were just, fairly on meta. Everybody kind of understands what their job is, etc. So here we go. Pistol round on attack. We're going into a 4-1.
About how that's all going to shake out as Crystal letting loose with the recon there. Oh, freeing just takes a little bit of damage. And a little bit more.
Yeah, slide touch on this from the desk there just before passing it over to us. This is, of course, freeing, picking up the Viper compared to Estrella, so minor little change compared to the last time that they had played Lotus. See how he's going to be faring, but for now, Global Esports just kind of slowly, steadily grinding their way forward here into the site. Shells up the Nova at the top here, looking to see if they can get any catch.
Get into the site.
Successful disconnect from DRX. They will now look to try to retake
and
control.
We're playing post plant. Poppy on the lurk.
There. Poppy on the
finds
lurk.
the Vice wall.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh, paint shell right there at Crystal, but it's actually going to be the headshot from Hyunmin. Spike does get planted all the same, but Udaton also down to 3 HP. As Yeoman just sat there within the poison orb before the moment. Udaton going to be taken down. Ban going to be good for 1. Now it is all down to Poppy to try to see if he can clutch it. He
probably a little too passive on our post plant.
Kind
of let them get in through both of the chokes without too much challenge.
Really nice play from Freeing, even though he got tagged up to down to, I think it was about 63 health.
So not a great result after planning, but it is what it is. Question about general comp theory for 3-site maps. What makes Sova and Fade the preferred picks on Haven and Lotus respectively? On Haven specifically, Sova is really just strong with obviously like the lobby control, The drone is very important for countering oppers. There's just like a lot of really good lanes for the Hunter's Fury, being able to break like mid and garage utility, being able to drone into garage. These are kind of like the main reasons that Sova gets played. And then also on 3-site maps, one of the things that you got to kind of think of is like one of the biggest problems that you have on a 3-site map is that instead of being able to kind of play like, 3 and 2 with a quick rotation from one to the other potentially, so you can like very easily get 3 people on whichever site you think is going to be hit. On a 3-site map, you have to either, play spread out with like 2-1-2, so you're basically not strong anywhere, or if you put 3 people in one spot. I just use 3 as sort of like, generally speaking, if you have 3 people at a site and 5 people are hitting into the 3, it's considered like probably an okay fight for the 3 players as long as they have good positioning and counter utility. So 3 is considered sort of strong, 2 is considered weak, and then 1 is obviously very weak. So on a 3-site map, you are going to be in situations a lot of the time where you're just not really technically strong anywhere. Right? And unless you're playing like a 3-1-1, in which case you have 2 sites that are weak, 1 place that you're strong, and then you have to kind of like redistribute your numbers to get to a little bit of a better spot, or you have to like leave a site completely open. So there's just more gaps in your defense, and that's why having info gathering tools is very strong, and that's why Fade is very useful, is because if Fade is on B and you don't know what's going on, you can send a prowler out here. Okay, there's nobody front B, now I can shift over to one of the other sites. The more times that you can check for information, the easier it is to know what's going on in the round. And obviously with the nerf to recon and I, those checks have gone down, but you can still gather better information than any other agent in the game with the two recon initiators. So yeah, do I think DRX has a mechanical edge over other teams? I don't think necessarily. I mean, they do have very, very good mechanics. I wouldn't say they have like a huge edge. Maybe a couple of their players do though.
Nice start for DRX, and they feel.
Are GE lacking in fundamentals or just aim diff? I mean, like I keep saying, the main problem is just that we just had no consistency on the team. It's very hard to have good results against good teams when you have no consistency.
A hell of a shot from Udaton. They can scale deep enough that will be a weapon recovered.
Hey, nice pick from Udaton, playing very aggressively on the B site on our eco, just 5-person hitting B. Kind of a funky wall that they have to play through.
Coming through and Estrella able to collect 2 before getting taken down. Nice
great shot from Udaton.
Oh, flashback is trying to plant his feet, but he cannot. As it is going to be a 1-1.
And we'll steal the round.
Coming up with 3 kills.
The return of the Korean Slayer. Udaton's back. He's against the Korean team. He's going to show off. Great shot.
Man, so ready for Mako there.
Unbelievable.
All right. So now, as long as we don't get ecoed, we're in control of the momentum for the attack half.
Jeez.
Well, that's going to have the DRX now push back over onto a Sheriff 5 for the most.
One of the other things I really liked about shifting Poppy onto the Viper over Ban is that while Ban plays a lot more aggressively on the Viper and is willing to like lurk out and do stuff, I feel like the meta has sort of shifted where teams are very used to this Viper, and they have like good protocols for clearing the Viper out of rubble and kind of like punishing this guy. Whereas Poppy's a little bit more careful as a player, and he's more willing to kind of like sit back and punish people for over-aggression. So I kind of think that in the current meta, or the current way that Lotus is being played at this time, that it actually made more sense to have a little bit more of a passive Viper and definitely a more aggressive Omen. So I think that this switch role-wise made a lot of sense for us.
What a swing of the momentum here for Global Esports. Slow creep up, Crystal. Outlaw in hand, seeking a target, and will be able to find one. Fring does get taken down, but not before he's able to find some decent damage on the ban.
Did our opening pick with the Outlaw.
This direction is DRX.
Slowing things down. I feel like we're probably a little bit overly concerned with this right now, but with one person at low HP, we just want to be very careful. We are definitely telegraphing where we're going, so we'll see how we mid-round out of this if we do.
Maybe they can pull a Thrifty right back.
This is the first time that we've seen it. Yotan, however, We'll steady that aim with the Guardian. Does manage to find flashback. Swing out of the smoke. Hyunmin going to be good for one, but Yutan collects another.
Whoa.
Will finally fall. Showstopper into the next round for him. As Estrella needing to do the lion's share here. Paranoia is out, but just can't quite stick on the angle. Now finds himself all alone. Looks back over towards Waterfall.
We definitely don't look comfortable, but
Half of the plant. And that will go ahead and confirm the reposition.
I think we are going to win this round.
Just trying to find whatever damage he can get through the wall. It does get a good hit onto Poppy. I mean, 2 players down low. This would still be very solid damage for DRX if he's able to find anything else. With a swing,
Very low players. Ban gets the cleanup.
So,
Keep a couple of rifles into the next round, so a
Potentially
little scary, but we keep it rolling. What's up, Gobsy? How are you? Every game we are switching roles. I know. I know. It was a constant search for the stuff that would work. Constant search for comfort for us.
both the raises have showstoppers, full rifles across the board. See what they got in store. Sees nade combo off the rip, not going to find anything. And just kind of a check from GE to make a little noise, to create a little bit of attention in that direction. They are going to take their time here. Seemingly
We've got a raise rocket.
Want to work the map.
One of the things that we talked about a lot is just like, as soon as we get our ults, we want to try to use them. Like, we just want to keep the cycle going as much as possible. So if we have an ult, we need to use this in the next 2 rounds. That was sort of like a rule that we put. Doesn't necessarily have to be the very next round because it's kind of obvious, but if possible, try to use our ults within a round or 2 of getting them so that we're not just sitting on them for round after round after round after round. And we don't want to use them in a stupid way either, but we want to call around our ult. Try to like incorporate it into the plans that we're making.
They seem pretty keen on trying to push their way forward. Paint shells doesn't actually clear.
Just Fury opened up here, and Mako going to be taken down there. It's within the smoke. Flashback. Tiny little lick of damage. He held at bay for now here by the thorns. And
our hit is pretty good so far. Great openers for Yudo. Nice little triple kill. The homing missile's playing well.
The guided missile cannot be stopped.
And a little 4K. Again, the Korean Slayer going off.
Let this one fly for now. Yeoman just kind of gets a read. Not having any. Some share of Global Esports, and then it's Yudotan the rest of the.
Do I think results would have been better if we'd kept Kelias and IGL the whole season? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I genuinely don't know.
The way through.
I kind of don't think so, because I don't think that the players that we kept, like if, for example, we had just kept everybody on the roster except for maybe Patrick Hu, shifted in Yeoman or Ban, had Kelly as IGL, I still think we would have had the same problems that we had in stage 1, which is that Kelly kind of called in a way that didn't really suit how the players that we had wanted to play the game.
Still though, some sheriffs and a showstopper. Damage can be done here by DRX. Gonna take some rubble control.
I think if we had built around how Kelly wanted to call with players between stage 1 and stage 2, then we could have had more success that way. But I think just asking him to call his way with players who wanted to play a different way, just, yeah, it wasn't going to work.
It's going to allow them to move the chess pieces a little bit more towards B and C. This time the vice wall.
And honestly, he got kind of screwed too, because like when the team started, Juvenile wanted him to call in like kind of like a micromanagey way, and so he did that, but then all of the players were kind of not on board with that. They didn't want to be micromanaged. They wanted to have more freedom. And you know, the head coach never really enforced that we needed to play this way, and then he got obviously banned. So it was just like a problem from the beginning, basically.
Right out in front of C. A little bit of a change up in the positioning of flashbacks util. GE just checking every single corner, looking for a trap. But so far, not identifying really much.
Okay, we're doing a nice job so far, putting pressure.
Make that late pivot.
Definitely wish we had baited this wall.
Pressure. Meanwhile, Crystal's going to use this util
But
every time.
Crystal's
so
going to
far.
go for the solo drone fake.
Indicative of where they plan to attack.
Very standard stuff. And if we come over here, we need to make sure that we commit.
Going to get a rude awakening here potentially.
Paint shell flying his way as he tries to go for the setup. Ends up getting taken down. Showstopper going to be lobbed in. Yunaton does end up falling.
Definitely just want to scale off of this. Need to keep going quickly.
1 for 1 at the end of it all.
I feel like we've already slowed down way too much
Very
here.
much in the hands of Global Esports. They try to scale forward in through tree. 4-player approach. Just Hyunmin here for the moment. Now being joined by Estrella. Bot reveals 1. Swing of the corner. Hyunmin eating a decent chunk of damage. Falls down to 36. It's freeing. Doesn't manage to come away with a nice shot on the band, but very quickly,
but we do clean it up.
we can turn on its head. It's
Very nice. 4-1. Okay, we get the Raze ult out. We get the round done. Our reclear was nice. And honestly, we kind of look like we're cooking right now. I'm not gonna lie.
The site. Now you're gonna have the Odin. It's like nobody.
Okay, we go for a fast take. Only Yudaton gets out. He gets blinded by ban and scanned. So he can't. He has really no help, and nobody's here to help him because we're all stuck in the choke point. But still wins the fight, which is crazy.
He's just spraying away and he finds another. Mako's going to be taken down.
All right, 4v2.
It's a 2v4. Showstopper now online for Yudaton.
We know where freeing is. Honestly, so far, I think we look pretty good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, we look pretty good right now.
This is going to be Crystal, who's able to take him down. Flashback arriving here at Connect, and he has his work cut out for him.
He's made some big plays. Just trying to keep track of him as Yo-Man. Tough fight no matter what for Flashback, but...
And even if he can kill the other two.
And he's going to have to save. All right, 5-1. 5-1, we're cooking him.
That battle.
Probably with
They call a timeout.
absence come through.
Let's see what their adjustment is.
Now. Just take a stroll over there. Make Ken Yang hook.
Slowing down on this kind of situation happened too much during the split. What do you think we could have done differently to fix it in official games? I'm gonna be honest. Change the IGL because Crystal really liked to call freezes. This is just like how we played, and no matter how many times we talked about it, it just never got fixed. So, as harsh as that might be, that's like literally what we would have to do to fix the thing.
I need these cards for free.
Yeah, Ken, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor.
Or honestly, I mean, maybe that's a little bit too harsh on Crystal. It would have also helped if Yudaton was more vocal, because like there was a lot of times where he would want to go, but then he just like wouldn't calm that he wanted to go. And when he would calm to go and speed up, he was usually correct. But he wasn't consistent at sort of like making those reads and calling and overcalling. He felt like he was supposed to kind of listen to the IGL. And so Crystal would be somewhere else. He would call to freeze. Yudaton would want to go. Sometimes Yudaton would overcall and just be like, no, we're going. And we would usually win the round. But a lot of times Yudaton would like not know whether he's supposed to like take authority or not.
See, again, I mean, the rebel control is here for DRX. It's just the play off the back of that.
Okay, well, Mako.
Oh yeah, I remember this round. I don't totally understand what's happening here. We just don't have anybody watching this angle. Yudo is trying to clear the Prowler, which 2 other people are also clearing. He doesn't want to get caught on the cross, so he's worried about this. Nobody's communicating, hey, I'll break this utility for you. He just gets distracted. Mako takes the timing.
Okay, well, Mako.
And you can see that nobody's like aggressively scaling with him, so we just get instantly pushed back by Paranoia.
Able to beat the final post of Global Esports. Here for Rip, and finds himself a second. Solid shots there to find Crystal as well. For now, though, weapon's not going to be recoverable.
Mako should be able to grab one there, I think.
Okay, does get the one at Rubble.
Yep.
Can juggle back the other if they want, but seems like they're very wary about pushing into the smoke.
And GE wants to try to prevent them. You know, they know they're hungry for that extra rifle. So they're going to keep that one covered and then try to make their way back through. See if Mako can keep it up. A couple really nice shots. Got some good ults to work with here as DRX as well.
Definitely just a bit overly cautious on this round. Like, if you just think about some of the other teams in the league, like a solo Omen with a Sheriff and like a Raze with a Sheriff are taking this fight, usually there's just going to be 5 rifles just fighting these guys and just shooting them. But we were playing way too carefully, giving them way too much respect here.
And then a little glimpse. Decides to back away. Nightfall now going to be sent. Mako collects himself a third. Decay wearing off, but audio not going to be there here for Yeoman as Mako on for an ace, and he's got
just
it.
very timid, very timid from us. How do you decide on map veto when you have the same best map as the other team? I mean, it kind of depends. Do you have a second map that they're not as good at that you feel very confident in? If so, play that map. If you feel like you have a good read on how they play and you think your comp is better than theirs, then you can just play the map that you're good at. And, you know, generally speaking, what you're probably going to do is you're going to still ban your worst map. Then you will probably give them the option to pick the map that you think that you're both good at. So let's say, you know, you still just, you ban your worst, right? You ban your worst map. Then instead of picking your best map, you allow them to pick your best map, because then you get side choice. So if you have to pick first, you might pick your second best map or their worst remaining map, and then you allow them to potentially pick your best map, right? Pick your best. And then if they don't and they pick something else, then you still sort of have like a comfort final map, right? Because then you can just ban your second worst map and end up in a BO3 on your best map at the very end as the decider, which is like not that bad of a situation.
Extra info from Estrella.
At least that's probably how I would approach it.
Kind of identified that they were still over there at the front of A. Kind of allowed them to plant their feet, dig in, and really shut GE down. But Yudotan, showstopper engaged. How is he going to utilize that? He's been so explosive on these entries. Tons of noise being made over here. The name of the game so far for GE has been kind of make some noise, feel out DRX a little bit, grab some orbs.
We've got 3 ults. We have 3 ults. We definitely just need to be picking a site and executing with 3 ults.
Player from the equation. It's another rotate.
And ideally what we do is we just pick a site, we drone, we ult the person that we're droning, we scale up, we use the rocket to exec on site, and then we play post plant with the vice ult. That's probably how I would want to sort of like chain these together.
Shock does not clear out any of that CU till. So yeah, just a little.
This wall you like a lot? Yeah, this is we were kind of tired. So MCE is a little bit of like he likes to go a little bit rogue with his utility. And I'm also a big fan of not doing what is standard for everybody, right? Like everybody knows how to deal with this wall, right? Like people have literally like tens of thousands of reps against this wall. So mix it up a little bit. Play with one wall for like 3 or 4 rounds, go to a different wall for like a couple of rounds, maybe come back to your original wall, throw in another one there on an eco. I really think that the idea of just having a standard, like this is the best Viper wall and only using that Viper wall is always a mistake. Everybody does this because they're just like, well, I just want control of this area with like this optimized Viper wall. But I don't think that that's the correct way to actually play the character. You definitely want to optimize things for sure, but I think that you should always be throwing curveballs to the other team. So yeah, we really like this wall just because it gives you really strong orb and C-mount control. And then once you actually burst in, then you have super good post plant as well. So we like this wall quite a bit. We used it a few times.
Rotate around. Mako once again playing back rubble. Drone trying to lead the way. Hyunmin has the clear on that as Paranoia is going to be exchanged. Holds him back for the moment. Mako, however, going to be noted at the...
Again, just way too much respect from us on this. I really hate watching this.
Once again,
just like how afraid we are.
Drone trying to lead the way.
We should drone. As soon as we drone,
playing back rubble.
We need to be scaling out here. We need to be scaling out here. We need to try to tag this guy. I'm sure Crystal did, but missed maybe. But we need to be out. We need to be double satcheling, you know, teleporting out. Just get the fuck out here and then just fight them. I really don't like how we're cautiously droning, letting them push us back with utility, showing where all of our players are.
Drone trying to lead the way.
It's too careful for me.
Paranoia is going to be exchanged. Holds him back for the moment. Mako, however, going to be noted, I believe, by that recon, so has to reposition. Showstopper now going to be drawn out. It's going to be a quick TP out to safety. Mako arrives there on the B site where Flashback, I believe, commits the ultimate. It seems like they thought that
makes us use the Raise Rocket just to get out of the choke point again.
It's going to be a crunch into the B site, but instead it just ends up being a colossal whiff of an ult. Was that a misclick?
30 seconds left.
I'm not sure. Either way,
I didn't see it.
Not going to have it available. It was on the B site. Not going to have it available for a retake here. Now there's going to
wait, what just happened?
Just ends up being safety. Mako arrives there.
Oh. They think that we're splitting? I didn't even realize this. Why had freeing ult here? That's so random.
On the B site where Flashback, I believe, commits the ultimate. It seemed like they thought that this was...
Oh my god, and then we're so... God. This situation is something... I can't believe how often this was a problem. So many times, Crystal's holding the spike, and he's droning for the team, and then he misses his timing because he's the furthest back person, and then it takes us an extra like 10 seconds to plant the spike because we don't have somebody closer to the front of the pack carrying the spike. And we literally talked about this all the time, and it just kept happening. It was just like such a habitual thing for him to grab the spike, and then we would just never really realize until it was too late. Like, wait, why does the Sova have the spike as the last guy in?
Site, but instead, it just ends up being a colossal whiff of an ult. Was that a misclick?
30 seconds left.
I'm not sure. Either way,
I didn't see it.
Not going to have it available. It was on the B site. Not going to have it available for a retake here. Now there's going to be a pit into their faces. The swing out, Uniton.
Okay, we've got good post-plant protocols. Is something that MCE really stressed a lot. Like when you're on A site, you need to at least have drop, and preferably you have heaven and drop together, just because you need to control this area. If you let them come in here, you're gonna lose post plant. But if you can keep them stuck in this choke point, you almost always win post.
Holding top rope, gets rid of freeing. His Flashback trying to push forward, just cannot get the jump. Now still guarding in response from Yeoman. Takes the weapons away, and DRX, I think they just have to back away from this. There's no way to get this retake started now.
Yeah, we ended up using 3 ults, 4 ults.
No chance at this point.
3 ults, you know, maybe GE 4, here, honestly.
Again, making pretty good decisions.
But we'll take the round win. 6-2 feels good.
We're gonna get to see it.
Right here.
But now you got a Hunter's Fury here still for Crystal. Freeing is sitting on the Viper's pit. It is full rifle still.
So we moved the wall back, and now we're just going to go hit C.
Utility there again.
Again, I would love to just see us drone and just Hunter's Fury this guy.
Not really having to contest this. Just make some noise over here early, pull some rotations from DRX, and then they've been pivoting towards the other side of the map with relative success.
Going forward, paint up towards water. We'll just be the fight out to go ahead and delay.
Toxin screen down.
Okay, we note that there's a vice wall here, so we need to trip the wall, but we wait way too long to do that, and then we end up just not doing it.
Yeah,
which is
why not? You know.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just
weird. This is kind of just unlucky from Poppy. I mean, this is like one of the best Viper players of all time, just recognizing what's happening timing wise. This is like one of the main counters to the Fnatic wall. Is the Fnatic wall goes up, you just spam the choke point, because you know, they kind of have to contact out of this choke a lot of the time. And so if the Viper wall goes up to cover the cross, then you just need to just put as many bullets into this area as possible. It's why the Odin is so good here. It's definitely one of the main ways to counter the Fnatic like default re-clear at A.
Why not, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, that's just Mako things.
And now we're in a fucked spot because we didn't trigger the shear wall. We can't get back out to A. We're too afraid. 40 seconds left. We have so much work to do. Honestly, the lack of commitment right here is what loses us this round.
They've been pivoting towards the other side of the map with relative success.
We've got a smoke that kind of covers us. So Crystal needs to be like shouting at somebody, hey, they have a shear wall here. Trigger the wall, and then Ban can maybe just like run up, teleport back, and trigger it, and then we can just hit. But our lack of commitment to getting rid of this wall is just going to lose us the round here.
Yes.
So Poppy gets killed. Now we have to go into a Viper's Pit or into a B that has potentially 3 or 4 people here. Now Crystal commits the ult. I mean, I'm not
just furious. And, oh.
like, this is like desperation trying to clear out this spot as we go in. I don't know. This is just kind of a bad round from us.
Connector here. Trying to find a catch for now. Clear out on that arc rose, push into the corner of the boom bot. Not gonna get the spawn on the flashback.
The boom bot's also bad.
Oh boy.
That could end up being very
I mean, honestly, we should literally just save. Like, this is an unwinnable round.
costly as time is ticking away. 18 seconds now remaining. Flashback entry, but Yeoman clears it. Gets him out of the corner. And now with Crystal picking up 2, they've got plenty of time to get the spike down on the
Are
ground.
we really gonna win this round?
Mako cannot win the fight. Crystal
I cannot believe we won this
finds
round.
the third, and now it is all on freeing. And he's just gonna...
That's crazy. Is Platoon still with GE? Honestly, I have no idea. I haven't talked to him in like a couple weeks. I think so. I think he'll probably stay on as an analyst if he's not the assistant coach.
Get spammed before he can even try to exit the smoke.
I would be surprised if they let Platoon go, but also maybe he wants to be an assistant coach, and if they wanted somebody else, then he might go looking for something else. So I have no idea. I'll have to get in touch with him soon.
I went back and looked, and I have no idea where that showstopper went. We didn't catch it on cam. No idea. Just wanted to update you because I know you're dying to know.
Okay, well.
Okay, this is a good A take. Good A control, putting a lot of pressure on them.
Brutality continues.
Yeoman lurking early on B.
There's a spam out, not really spotting anything here.
This is it.
I do wish that we had gotten a little bit more aggressive and fully cleared tree, because we kind of like half cleared it, so I don't know if we know just how much pressure we've put on the map.
A big round in this map for DRX. Economy's going to be pretty broke for some of the players. Freeing.
Oh boy.
Timing there.
Oh, and he's just likely to get overwhelmed. Somehow actually does manage to make it back around the corner, but escaping into the C side. Ooh. Pulls off what was looking to be impossible.
Trying to run him down, but okay, now we're going to go back to the Viper, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is good mid-rounding. This makes a lot of sense. We've got this guy panicking, so we should definitely just be running A here.
There was so much pressure there. That got the rotation.
I think this is one of those situations where maybe, like, if this is ban on Viper, he's probably in tree and he's probably calling us back to A, but because it's Poppy on Viper and he's a little bit more quiet, he's not taking command of being like, hey, come back to A. I mean, this is like the clearest A hit of all time. You know, we're chasing this guy back to site. We're making them panic. We should just immediately know that A is going to be super open, especially with the Viper out at Rubble. But looks like we're going to go B, which is okay. It's not bad, but I think A is pretty clearly the better choice here.
It's a quick change. You've got Poppy lurking over on A. This is looking pretty nice here for Global Esports. As long as Yudotan can find success here.
Horns now popped. Game in front of that, though, is Yeoman, and he hits a hell of a shot. Yudotan unable to steady the spray there as Poppy finds one.
Oh my goodness, we're whiffing.
Oh, straight drawing the crosshair.
Damn, this was a free round that we just whiffed. Pretty rare for us, honestly, to just like completely whiff some easy kills there. Shouldn't the IGL call to go A? I mean, yeah.
Playing for trades.
But sometimes you miss
did a
stuff.
great job of it. Swung right in there, backing up his IGL. Stray as well, hitting some really
Yeah, we should definitely be winning some of those duels.
nice shots.
Except for data analysis and visualization, what else does Platoon bring to the table? I mean, he's just a smart guy. He's a smart guy who is good at communicating. He's like an open-minded person who just brings a lot of good ideas. I think he would prefer to be an assistant coach instead of just doing data stuff, because he was like a challengers level league player. He's a Radiant Valorant player. He's just smart, and he like knows the game well. So he brought some like anti-eco ideas and some pistols and stuff like that to us as well.
Quick enough to make the call to pivot. Oh boy.
NHL there, Yudotan Quite a bit of
Yeah,
damage.
you guys are right. We
Finished
were
off-
definitely just too
Oh, boy.
slow to go. We were too slow to go anywhere there. Anywhere but C, we should have just been running to. Okay.
Coordination there. DRX quick enough to make the call to pivot. Oh boy.
Whoops.
Angel there, Yuton in quite a bit of damage and will get finished.
Oh boy.
Angel there.
Genuinely no idea why Poppy and Crystal haven't scaled out here. I guess they're afraid of the Raze nade, but obviously we can see the nade is for Rubble. So yeah, I don't know. They don't come out for some reason,
In quite a bit of
which gets Yuton killed because nobody's shooting the eye.
damage and will get finished off there by Estrella. Kill found, and Mako ping revealed. Ban able to find that one. Yeoman takes down Flashback at the same time.
Oh, okay. So Crystal's not scaling because he's spamming this. So it's really kind of on Poppy to come out and break this. Because Crystal is doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is to be spamming the line.
It's a 2 for 2 with Ban. Oh, just hearing the reload. Finishes off the already low HP Hyunmin. Player advantage now once again in the hands of Global Esports. Rings pushed forward, sheer wall right in front of him. He's not watching the angle for now. Now starts to do so and finds Ban.
Oof.
That brings it back to parity.
I don't like this. I don't like.
It's a 2 for 2
Okay, we're in a 3v2.
with Ban. Oh,
I would really like for us. I mean, okay, so this is kind of just like. Honestly, this is kind of just like an unlucky.
oh, just hearing the reload. Finishes off the already low HP Hyunmin. Player advantage.
No, I mean honestly, if Ban just
Now
stays
once
alive
again in the
here,
hands of Global Esports. Rings
if Ban just chills, he can come in late.
pushed forward, sheer wall right in front of him. He's not watching the angle for now. Now starts to do so and finds
That was very lazy from Ban too.
Ban. That brings it back to parity.
Just a very lazy swing into spawn.
Full time. Crystal's been eyeing B main. Looks like now he's got an Odin in hand and could have planted.
He keeps pushing out of upper though. This is going to be an opportunity to try to get the catch here for Estrella, and here he comes. Knife out, and oh my God!
I mean, this is
Full time.
this is a
Now
fucking
starts to do so.
joke.
Find
Like he basically clears this, and then he's afraid of this, so he doesn't. Like, what the fuck is this, man?
Ban. That brings it back to parity.
I guess the drone didn't clear this corner, so he's so afraid of this corner that he just decides not to plant. We've like full cleared all of this space. This is kind of a crazy decision from Crystal.
Full time. Crystal's been eyeing B main. Looks like now he's got an
It's possible that Yeoman is calling for him like, hey, like, wait, I'm going to clear this for you, not knowing that Estrella's all the way back here. But at some point, we got to just plant the spike and put the pressure
Odin
on
in
them.
hand and could have planted.
He keeps pushing out of upper though. This is going to be an opportunity to try to get the catch here for Estrella, and here he comes.
Yeah,
Knife out, and oh my God! For a second, I was like, this might.
I really am not sure. Either there was like bad comms going of like maybe Yeoman saying, okay, this is clear, come A, or Crystal and Yeoman are not communicating and they're both just kind of like doing their own thing. I don't remember what was going on in the comms, but it's obviously this is just like this entire round is just a communication problem. Either like bad communication or not enough communication is happening here, because we should never ever play like this.
Be the most embarrassing whiff. And sends Mini Boo on Haven. So there you go.
Yeah,
Estrella makes up
that's
for it.
Gunman is
So realistically, we should probably be up
involved.
9-2 now.
Unfortunate timing there.
Like realistically, we probably should have won both of these last two
Yeah, I saw
rounds.
the you know. Ban's coming up. Almost connects.
Well, it does.
It's gonna put some.
My ult's ready.
Put some
Okay, we
fear
get
in the
another
air, especially with the
showstopper.
Showstopper as well. I'm really concerned about what's going on. An early prowler from Estrella doesn't find anything, but the op's making some
Yeah,
noise.
I mean,
so
you're kind of right, Rishi.
DRX is gonna try to tuck in.
We just we never really had the consistency and the right sort of like personalities on our team to come together and to be like a real team. I feel like we had a lot of all year long. We had a lot of like very good individual players, but we never really had like a true team. we never had like all 5 people be on the same page, which is definitely like on the coaching, on the scouting, on the player development, on the players themselves. It's really like a total team failure at that point of not being able to come together as a team.
Have to play safe. Paranoia heading Mako's direction.
Paranoia's exchange, Showstopper out. Mako able to avoid it and finds Yunatan shutting down the Showstopper.
Bruh.
Paranoia's exchange, Showstopper out. Mako able to avoid it and finds Yunatan shutting down
3, 2, 1, push through the
the
smoke.
Showstopper. One goes out. Straya spraying through. Catches a second now from the Nightfall. Going to be let loose.
Wow,
and
this
Straya
is
collects
a
himself the second
terrible
kill. Showstopper
round.
invested from Hyunmin. Trying to scale forward.
This
That's
is
gonna
a
be Crystal
terrible
right
round.
is. Well, just bad. Deafened.
Holy shit.
Cowering in it.
Worked really well. Over this map, they're
So we end up 7-5 in a half.
Good
We
decent
probably
lead.
should have been 9-3 on. So we let them back in. You know, it was a decent attack half, but we should have been a lot further ahead, to be honest.
down. Pretty big pistol. DRX can win it. It's going to really set the tempo here.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big problems, Gobsy, is that we just didn't have enough speakers on the team. We didn't have enough speakers. Like, usually I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to go into too many specifics, but there's times where we needed more comms from the duelist. There was times where we needed more comms from the anchor. There was times where we needed more comms from the person in charge of like throwing util. Like there's not enough consistency. It was all consistency. Because like sometimes we would have great comms and we would absolutely destroy teams, and then the next day we would have no comms and we would be shit, and then the next day we'd have good comms from some people and we'd be good for half the map, and then we'd be shit for the other half of the map. It was just a very, very frustrating experience, because it's like I could just see how good we could be, but no matter what I did, we couldn't get the consistency. No matter what I did, there's never consistency.
I'm going to go for a 3-2 split. 2 over towards A. Sending the fade over there. It's going to try to make a little bit of noise in that direction.
After a bad round, does the
They
team
can
go into
pull
bait
some
mode?
attention, but they haven't seen a damn thing.
I don't know, man.
So Freeing's like, well, there's a vice wall here, so I might as well pop that. There's nobody to punish me. See if they can pull some attention, but they haven't seen a damn thing. So direction. See if they can pull some attention, but they haven't seen a damn thing. So Freeing's like, well, there's a vice wall here, so I might as well pop that. There's nobody to punish me.
Oh man, catching a bit of a glimpse there on the jiggle peak. DRX with pretty firm control all over A.
Just ping B main. I'm curious if that's a call for a rotation or if a awareness of the lurk.
Looks like they want to try to re-clear this. So about to swing out, and yeah, flashback. Catching glimpse onto one, but it's not ready for Crystal. It just slid up alongside the wall. Ben at the same time, able to find Freeing to try to really shut down this up good for a second before getting to
Good pistol.
tap the door, cut across into C, get the
30
plant at
seconds
least and
left.
find the money. Looks like he's still, however, going to be pushing out and does win a fight at range versus the Ghost. Smoke down and clear the recon. They go bounding forward. He's going to try to tuck back, but time is ticking. Paranoia, massive. Does connect onto all of them. Finds a headshot on the Poppy, but I'm not sure if he's going to really be able to make a go of this one. Taps the door. He's just trying to bait them forward
10
here.
seconds
The
left.
beta rotation. The push out.
The vice wall seems odd. It was literally just a pistol wall. It was just a pistol wall that was sort of like an anti, like the way that they like to play their pistols was to like contact up to here and then explode A or something like that. I don't remember exactly why. Honestly, looking back at it, I think the wall is quite dog shit. But yeah, it's basically supposed to just be like a trap here. Like if they come tree, then we've got the thorns. If they come here, then we wall them off and just collapse like this. But honestly, I think it was kind of a stupid wall.
Yo, man, having recovered his vision, will be able to find the kill. So this time the pistol does go the way of Global.
Do I think Frost should look at my VODs for this series? I mean, probably not. They have a different team, so I don't think. Yeah. Is it still lagging, by the way? I'm getting an error on my end that we're lagging, but I don't know if it's actually lagging or not.
Esports as they stretch the lead up to 3.
Yeah, this is just DRX second guessing themselves. Early on, as they're making their way over towards A main, pieced it all together. It was too late. You know, flashback
Okay,
goes to
anti-eco.
challenge, and Crystal's tucked underneath his nose. So a little bit of util here early, and the idea is similar for GE to start. The Vice onto A, using a lot of that util to try to stall out DRX. Seems like their game plan is to try to get in their heads a bit.
And also, basically, so this wall, yeah, this wall was like kind of an anti-plan. We wanted to put more emphasis on C and B, and so we wanted to let them sort of like walk up to rubble, and then if they actually crossed this line, then we knew that they were going to commit to A or split into B. So this was basically just like, think of this as like an alarm bot. It might not be the best use of the wall, but think of this as an alarm bot for now, and then we are going to switch this setup later. We basically just didn't want to have like the standard wall setup. We wanted to give them like a weird look for the first few rounds and then switch into like our more standard setup afterwards.
Trap destroyed.
Now they're making a little bit more of a rotation towards A. I think their assumption was, okay, we left this open last time.
I think when you were the coach, you should have put them all face to face, all 5 players, and straight talk to each other. I mean, when I tell you that we organized team talks where we had everybody in a circle and we were very, very kind and nice, like, here's some stuff that we might want to discuss, you know, what are your thoughts? What do you think about this? Blah, blah, blah. You know, big team meetings, everybody totally safe space. And then I would end up doing 95% of the talking because I would ask somebody a question, they'd give me a 2-word answer, and then that would be it. And nobody would say anything, nobody would expand on things. It was like, there was just, our ability to like talk to each other and solve problems was just very shit.
Maybe DRX will try to think they can punish that. DRX actually just...
Like, we literally just did not have the right personalities together on this team at any point.
chilling. They don't want to press the issue just yet. Tucked in, freeing up outside of B main. And now they're going to start making their way through, but they're trying to take their time. They're trying to keep it hidden from GE, but GE again making a really nice call. Really good read.
Bring them down.
Push about to come through. Real man just scaling
Spike
forward.
down.
Does end up
Ooh,
falling.
let's...
It's going to be a...
Wait, okay.
Hidden from GE, but
Where's his... Do we already... Thorn? No, no Thorn. We only have one Thorn. Okay.
through. Real man just scaling
Okay,
forward.
Okay, we
Does
give
end
up a
falling. It's gonna
Spectre.
be a
I don't love that, but
potentially
that's
recovered.
okay.
Looks like Mako does have that in hand.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, we're gonna win the anti-eco. 9-5. Honestly,
absolutely very good.
I'd say like the first like 5 rounds of each half have been really, really good from us.
They're gonna have a tough time.
Okay, so now we move the wall back further, right? So we had the wall up here, so they're gonna expect to maybe contact the wall. The wall's missing. Okay. The idea here now is like if they come up here and there's no wall, they're going to assume that the Vice is either walling B or C. But there's actually a wall holding this space. And then all Yeoman has to do is focus on tree, and then that's going to buy us enough time to move over here. So this is sort of like a progression where we kind of like bait them into thinking that the wall is going to be here. And then if it's not there, they'll assume it's somewhere else, and that the Vice will be, you know, somewhere else, but then the Vice is actually here.
I'm getting through. Crystal as an outlaw. One player who's susceptible to a one-shot from that. But again, Rubble control just given over. This seems to be part of the game plan for GE with the Vice over on A. Give up that space and just play delay.
They hit this a little bit more
I don't.
pacely, though.
I think the
Real man
Vice.
just a ghost
Yeah,
in
I'm pretty
hand.
sure the Vice mollies were.
Oh,
Okay, I don't totally understand what Yeoman is
Plan for
doing
GE
here.
with the Vice over on A. Give up that space and
I don't know why he's fighting. I think he needs to
play
just be.
delay.
They hit this a little bit more pacely, though.
Yeah, he's late on the thorns. He should just be thorning as soon as they open the door, and then he just needs to fall back. This is a bad play from Yeoman.
Real man just a ghost in hand. Oh,
Because now we lose the wall. Now we lose the other thorns. This is just like a very big mistake from him.
reset. I thought. Seems like he thought that he had already confirmed the kill. will be taken away by Estrella in the end. So for now, A site opened up and in control of DRX. And 4v5 with an outlaw in hand to try to get this retake going. If Global Esports are able to pull this one off, should basically just be this map done and dusted.
You would think. TP past the Vice wall on the backside.
And over the top of the spot, the one. He's not trying to get an angle on him as Paint Shell's going to be flying, but Poppy Band both going to be struck down. Smoke dissipating and on the swing out. Mako able to spot him, but cannot win the fight. Yotan does come away with that elimination. Every kill that they get from here would be big value. It's all in the hands of the guided missile. He's able to find the headshot on the one. Paint Shell trying to zone off.
Like you said, so you're going to have a harder time kind of delaying. As you would normally like to, back over onto the other side of the map, and they're going to stack 4 over here for this Rebel fight.
That's big change up.
Snakebite slowed it all down.
Okay,
though.
we fight them at Rebel. Now we've moved the Vice over to like a more standard setup.
Finally going for that challenge, but GE widely going to be walking away empty-handed. Granted, they do maintain control of A, so I guess that's worth something. Flashback, going to try to go on the push here, but
good job protecting the wall. That's very good.
Cover going out.
Okay, there.
But we're a little bit too slow to get over here to help Yeoman. So we're going to end up kind of leaving him on an island. He was also not super comfortable on Vice on this map because we had asked him to change from Fade to Vice like 3 or 4 days previously. So I think he's going to make quite a few mistakes on the defensive side just because he's not comfortable.
It was only Poppy that had the angle there, otherwise he almost certainly would have been dead. 10 minutes in quickly. Does find the kill. Yeoman now going to be taken down. The C site.
A little bit of a bad read from him. He thought they teleported up here.
Up a bit, but Global Esports quickly pivot to get into position here.
Last day of the series. What's next? I have quite a few ideas. I'm going to start putting out some videos once I'm done with this series. Kind of use my time a little bit more to make some videos, and then I have a couple of other projects that I'm kind of working on. So I probably won't be streaming as much after this, at least for now. But I do have some other stuff that I'm going to be doing, and I probably will stream some. So I'll let you guys know what the plan is when I figure it out exactly.
I'm just keeping my eyes on Ban to see what he wants to do. He's kind of the wild card for Global Esports in this round, but this is a tough retake. Trying to put 3 through Waterfall.
Tough retake, but it's also tough to just try to get the spike planted. See Mako having to fight forward. Gunman now going to be lost at the same time as Freeing does get Crystal, and that does alleviate a lot of pressure. So Spike now in play. 4v2 to hold the line here for DRX.
I think it should be a save at this point.
Just a bit sloppy from us, honestly. Just 3 people just kind of all spamming against the spike plant. I feel like we could have been a lot more creative and proactive with how we played this.
DRX closing the...
I don't think 3 people standing in waterfall spamming to try and stop the spike plant is very useful.
Gap.
Well, so that they didn't have Waterfall. If you could numbers it, but over big ultimates for GE. Ban will have.
So the communication problem might still be there in the iteration. I have no idea, bro. I'm not part of the team. I have no idea.
Have his potential.
They definitely have more English fluent people on their team. Not that that was like the main issue, but it was definitely part of the issue. But they're gonna have, I assume that they're gonna have Darion, who is native English speaking, Autumn, who's native English speaking. I know Zavi's English is very good. So I think they're already going to be in the, like, I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. It's all going to be about the personalities and whether Frost can make them work together, probably.
Actually soon, but see what they want to do with it. This time, no big challenge from DRX. This was the whole way through to get this orb for Hyunmin. Don't think the Vice.
Okay, so DRX is pretty convinced that they can just hit the C site into the Vice a bunch.
Ball is here again. I don't see it on the map.
No, I think it's set up on B once again.
Yeah.
As Gunman in over towards Waterfall. Scaling in towards backside, but Poppy does manage to shut him down. Bite into water. Does find Yeoman, but Yotan now arriving. Finds one. Looks for the second.
Oh, that was a big duel.
Over towards Waterfall.
I feel like we played this very well with kind of a sketchy buy. We get the initial kill. Yeoman's kind of fucked, but it is what it is. Poppy gets a second one. Yuto comes in, gets another one. Almost kills 2 more. feel like Crystal really needs to just be flooding in and helping here. But he's trying to avoid the Vice or the Fade ult. So now he and Ban need to play together. Has a couple shockies, but has no sound, so he doesn't know to use them. Recon.
Try to play forward here into 2 players, the DRX.
Okay, he and Ban get through the choke.
So now it's going to be a Phantom in hand. It's Freeing, just lingering here within the smoke, dissipating gun barrel, spotted, headshot found.
1v1.
1v1 pushes forward.
I think Ban wins this actually.
Seems like the answer is no. Just swinging around the back here. As Freeing's going to continue to try to play this out quietly. The tap of the spike. And
holy shit, what a shot from Freeing. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Yudotan was hitting those earlier. Now it's Freeing's turn. Right. Just enough of a pause there from DRX, but still it looked good in terms of quick reactions from GE, getting a better read, getting their players in place to do some damage. So now they're going to be pretty aggressive here off the
Okay, we aggro A again. You can see DRX's plan. Okay, they're fighting A. Cool, let's go hit the Vice. So let's see how we react to this. I mean, we're already shifting a little bit more.
Quite a bit further back. The toxic screen as well is pushed up a little bit further forward for GE.
Up and over the top he goes. Did he get the spot? The answer is no. Hunter's Fury. A tag
Crystal.
on the camera, not going to be able to find the elimination. We'll be down to 40 though.
I guess again, kind of like bad coordination. Crystal's Hunter's Furying, but Yeoman's falling off. So this Hunter's Fury is kind of just like looking for a pick without any ability to play off of it. Don't love that.
Site take is here for DRX as Yeoman tries to get a little bit of additional damage in. Freeing on the lurk into B, able to intercept Ban.
That's a bad death from Ban.
Now going to be falling. Mako fighting forward, finds Crystal at Waterfall.
Yudotan is the showstopper. He's going to be able to get a chance to use it.
Really good. He's up and over the top of the wall. Now that he finds Mako.
Okay, nice kill.
Well, really allows for this showstopper.
Playing for spam. Yeah, we probably just need to showstopper. Yep.
Off the site. The showstopper has been popped. There you
nice.
go. One isolated.
Fight forward.
Finds the other. Now it all comes down to
Yudo.
right here in his
Oh
face.
shit. Okay.
And Yudotan will be able to find the elimination. Global
Nicely
Esports
done.
getting themselves now
Just
up to
enough
10,
time.
slowing down.
Can just spring into action here. Try to play off that haunt. Did Mako. Just couldn't find the shots. Not a bad.
Okay, 10-8. I mean, honestly, compared to where we were at the beginning of the week, I was like very happy with how we were playing at this moment. Even though we were making a bunch of mistakes and stuff, like
DRX kind of changing things up here. It's been repeated hits.
Considering where we were when the week started, the fact that we're up 10-8 on DRX was like a big deal.
Over the C site.
Wait, not yet. Hasn't.
Ooh, and we saved because we lost so many guns. Really? We save. I don't remember this. I guess we must have talked about this in the timeout.
The toxic screen wasn't in its normal position. It was like pushed a little bit further forward towards B main, which is kind of unusual. And then the Vice wall was like back here.
That is a very strange call.
At least the toxic screen is back.
Did I make that call? Did MCE make that call? Did Crystal? I mean, our money is in a weird spot. If we buy up, let me think. So this is 900 or 850 plus orb plus Molly. 1300. So he's got 2,000 behind. If he doesn't buy the Bucky, he would have 3,000. This, which would be enough for a rifle, but no utility and armor. Huh. Interesting.
Normal. The Vice Wall's right at the front of the door, not at the back.
Maybe the save call is okay. It's just a little bit weird.
All right, DRX kind of changing things up here. It's been repeated hits onto the C site.
Wait, not yet. Hasn't been played.
It's like Global, however, getting a decent read that DRX is going to pivot off the back of this timeout. As flashback a hair late on that shot.
Trying to scale forward. Mako's gonna tap the door. Get some decent damage into Crystal, but they're taking a bit in return. It's very slow. Oh.
Oh.
That's bad.
All right, well, guess sometimes that could just happen.
Also, one thing I will say is I basically never want to see Poppy ever have a shotgun. I feel like if anybody should have a sheriff, it should be Poppy, and the shotgun should go to somebody else.
On dead at stairs. Rotate over. Ben is able to recover the weapon. Poppy tucked into the corner. He needs to play this close if he swings back out. Ooh, falls down to 8 HP. But is lucky to, well, I was gonna say be alive. Yeah.
He did get a little lucky there. Flashback had just looked the other way quick and couldn't hit the flick.
It's like that video where the kids release the little rabbit into the wilderness.
Oh, and the eagle just grabs it.
Like, oh no. Well, see if Ban's gonna be able to find anything here. Paranoia goes across. Mako just spamming with Hyunmin. Punch Crystal on the approach. Hyunmin gonna be struck down.
I don't know. This is kind of like a round that we just like gifted them. I'm not entirely sure. I genuinely don't remember what happened in this timeout, but I would give myself an F. I would give myself an F for that timeout.
Had some whiffy moments, but had some really nice ones too. The old man getting in there with the sheriff though. Finds a good one on the backside almost. It's a straight as well. But
do I find it worth one Vice Molly a counter take talking in consideration? I'm not totally sure what you mean.
DRX able to hold on, and now the ults are in cycle for both.
Are you saying like once we have taken this, put a Vice Molly here to stop them from coming back out? Is that what you're asking?
Both sides, so big round with the score being 9-10. Especially with the economy for GE.
It's an odd one. I mean, saving after the timeout call. I thought maybe it would be to try to get an operator online, but now it's just everybody with half armors unable to afford it. Paranoia through the tree. Trying to
Fucking hell, that's a bad death.
afford it. Paranoia through the tree. Trying to scale off that one. That's going to be Crystal shut down. He hasn't been able to find him there from top rubble. Good amount of damage suffered, though, from these
I feel like we really don't need to be dueling into rubble. We just need to stop them from coming into tree.
DRX players, so have been weakened up.
They know there's two players out here, so they want to try to back up a bit. Ring. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think Yudotan saw him.
I don't think either of them saw each other.
Yeah.
It's just freeing. Trying to continue to drum up interest here on this site. Odin's still ringing out now, scaling forward.
Yeah, freeing owns us here.
To try to watch the angle, but there's the push forward.
He just plays with so much confidence there.
Goes across here onto the B side. There's not much that Yeoman's going to be able to do. It has to just wait for the rest of the team to try to corral forward, but no, actually faces into the site. Mako shuts it down.
So individual, bro. This makes me sick how individual we just played this. Crystal swings alone. Yeoman swings alone. Freeing makes a nice play.
Is in a very unstable
Gross.
position.
What a gross
Again,
round.
Don't overcommit.
Okay, we're on sheriffs again.
That's when they take a pause. They start wrapping back towards B. Knowing they have that nightfall, they don't care about the Viper's pit on C. They can win some of those fights out in the open. And it's no big deal. He's going to use that toxic screen to get right behind him. Tons of noise being made and a heavy commit on this rotation. They mostly eco round here, other than Yudotan.
Thorns down.
And DRX is reading this brilliantly.
Yeah, we just never punished
all that
freeing.
free
He just took so much space.
You know, you're going against an eco.
This is
so
a
you
very
like There's
I
nobody
feel like
here.
this is like a very simple
Probably.
game
They're
plan,
gonna run at you.
but it's something that we just like.
They're
We're
really
obviously
have
in
on the
panic
opposite side.
mode at this point. Like the 5-person rotate. It's such a good time to do like a fake this way and just tell this guy to walk up. These are the type of confident plays that you need out of your Viper.
For the map, so DRX will just go ahead and get posted up. Steel Garden could come through if you.
behind. Oh.
We're making Estrella, their worst mechanical player, look like an absolute god the way that we swung that.
Starting to put
That's
things.
unfortunate. Okay, I think our confidence is a little bit low now. Nobody's really shooting very well except for Udaton. We're just 4-1ing constantly. 4-1 constantly. And then trying to redistribute after the 4-1.
Grabbing up. Flashback in
Yeah,
back.
flashback.
Over at C. Good paranoia.
He's going to be watching for that little peek out from Yeoman out at the same time. Able to find it, but Mako has 2 players line up. And
Really?
out from Yeoman out at the same time. Able to find. He's going to be watching for that little peek out from Yeoman out at the same time. Able to find it, but Mako has 2 players
Wow.
line up. It's Udaton band now. Struck down the Odin, left on the ground. Where it's supposed to be. Paranoia not going to connect here on the Poppy, but he has his work cut out for him. Finds the first, cannot find the second, freeing, able to hold his own even with 25 health, and now that is Yeoman trying to arrive. See if they can try to swing this back into their favor.
Spike planted.
Steel Garden at the ready. Knows that one of them is going to be low. Does he try to commit for it here?
I don't know.
Silent drop down the rope.
Yeah, I think we kind of just got outplayed. A little bit outcalled, a
go for
little
the
bit
tap.
outplayed on these last few
Plays it
rounds.
quietly for now.
Like I said, I think that last time out was
spotted.
pretty bad for me. I
That
don't
flash
really know what the fuck
from
that was.
flashback. Goes ahead and confirm his presence here on the site. TP across, freeing, going to be taken down.
You have to be smarter than that.
Tap coming through, but time is working against him. Yeoman's going to have to start sticking this one. Doesn't have it held to half.
Just gonna have to save. All right. 4 in a row lost.
We're not looking in that direction at all. I mean, you saw it from.
Call a timeout.
Into OT.
Call a specific
DRX
round. What's the call?
Oh, for sure.
He has
Here in
Global Esports or wherever you think you can build around. You know, he could be a future star for Global Esports or wherever he lands next year. And that's huge.
Oh,
for him. And
Okay, so I remember this call. So this is like, okay, we've shown the 4-person A fight over and over and over. So what I want you guys to do is show the 4-person A fight, but then instantly go stack C and leave the Vice A. I remember this call.
If I'm Global, I think I try to widely keep this 5-4.
Pretty close.
I think there's a lot that you can build here, but you know, Udaton, I think, as that kind of centerpiece in particular, I think would be very great to maintain. So
and Udaton and Crystal for sure.
My ult's ready.
lock them down. Well, let's see if Global can get us one away. As mentioned, plenty of ultimates at Steel Garden still online for Yeoman. Just hasn't found an opportunity to really try to invest it. Showstopper's going to be available from both sides as well. In fact, it's completely mirrored as far as the ults are concerned.
Yeah, exactly. And both the initiators are 2 away from their ults. So it's pretty even Steven in that regard, but you can't afford this round, you know, obviously because it's Matt Point here for GE. So your ultimates have to be a little bit better. Have that patience.
Our read is not great. We're not sure where they're at.
Clear space.
Jumping forward.
Oh, I remember this. He's gonna get just enough space to kill Crystal here.
Crystal is here at the connector. The
Yeah,
push getting ready to
Crystal.
come through. It spots him into the corner, and that's going to be Crystal taken down.
Crystal a little greedy to stay,
25.
but also kind of trapped because the door never got
Now
broken.
necessary to try to go for the retake. Yeoman likely needing to re-wrap around towards upper to be able to get in a position to try to set up this Steel Garden. TP over in towards main, going to be canceled. Flashback's position now known. Alt invested, Showstopper here around the corner.
Ooh, okay.
He struck down.
Get no value from
A
that.
little bit of damage, but cannot find the kill.
The fact that we don't kill this guy with the shorty is ridiculous. They have no weapons. They have no weapons.
Invested, Showstopper here around the corner, freeing. Going to be struck down. Shorty finds A little bit of damage, but cannot find the kill until the second pump comes in. Mako gets the reload.
Oh my god, I remember this. The timing on this ult is crazy. Man is about to kill this person. His gun gets wrapped up, which leads to Yuta dying. Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of outplayed. Kind of outplayed on the second half. But honestly, we should have won that map. We should have been like 9-3 on the attack, and then it wouldn't have really mattered that much. All right, let's go to the next map. We play Icebox. We just destroyed Gen G on this map. Kept the plan the same. We did have to address the fact that they're playing with a Sage, which means that we have to be a little bit more careful in our post plant. And also when we get aggressive, they can slow us down a bit more with the Sage slows.
They can pull it off. For Nongshim, opportunity still will be there to be that first place team coming out of the group.
Yeah, this is going to be a test for DRX to say the least. Gunman usually pops off on Jet on this map, but going up against a very different sort of set of circumstances compared to what you usually get into.
A gift.
Oh my god.
Okay, quick little back away there. Rendezvousing out line share of Global Esports are.
How's it possible the casters say that while you still have the whole match left to play? I mean, we're out of the season, I guess, so they're just kind of talking about what roster moves they would make. I mean, I don't really mind that much, but it is. I guess it is maybe a little disrespectful.
Position to try to stem this approach, but they don't have any early info. But that being said, still are creeping in. Yodathon already starting to go on this rotate as well. Things are likely about to get very scrappy here on A. The smoke starts to settle. Poppy able to find one. Flashback going to be taken down. Good damage across. On to everybody realistically here on DRX, but that being said, Fring's still able to go ahead and finish off the enemy Viper. So it's a player advantage for the moment as Crystal tries to push forward, but cannot. So getting taken down in Yoman now. Last one standing, and that's going to be...
All right, so one of the main things we talked about going into Icebox is we know for a fact that Mako's just going to be lurking on us all the time in middle.
Both sides.
Because Mako's a very, very aggressive Viper lurk on this map.
To come through for himself before his shield gets...
So a huge part of our defensive game plan is just to punish this guy. So like, whether we start here or here, we're always going to get back to middle very early, and we're going to try and hunt this Viper.
It's popped, so looking over towards GE with one buy up for ban. A couple rifles, a Marshal for freeing, 2 sheriffs, Mako and Flashback.
You're able to get the eco win last time on Lotus to start off the map. It's be a great way to try to jumpstart this defense. Obviously, Global needing to get as many rounds here as they possibly can. Just given how attacker side of this map continues to be.
We'll see.
So this is a trap play that we ran a lot on Lotus. Basically, Yuto takes early contact here. Poppy baits by jump spotting off of Yuto's contact. Crystal's gonna dart above. We're gonna double damage, and everybody's just gonna 4-person fight this.
Mako again, trying to lurk his way through. Gets into the tube undetected. There's not gonna be any util there that could possibly spot him. Meanwhile, everybody else just scaling over on A, so.
Here comes the push. Swing there onto the corner, and Mako cannot steady it enough to find that second shot. Yoman, go ahead and scoop up a weapon upgrade and get the heal onto himself.
Unfortunately, they go to the other side.
A site being taken. Clear the
now we're just gonna
rather,
heavy flank.
To come through, you would suspect. How much that alerts, as far as the numbers are concerned, hard to say. We'll keep Flashback's attention on this angle, but it still does just have a sheriff to try to hold this, but Gunman arrives up and over the top here. And he is just going to be massacring them as he drops down, finds the 4K. He's On for an 8.
Sometimes Hyunmin just kills everybody.
Sometimes teams, defenders come through. Gunmen or DRX. And they're coming in with a full rifle buy into this bonus on their attack.
So, initial adjustment. We have a 3-person A fight. We're going to walk Yudaton down here to counter Mako. If he can get to this spot, he's going to drop a trip right here. So we have early warning, and if they're trying to lurk, otherwise he's just going to hold the cross like this.
Side.
Ace is brought to you by Predator.
There you go.
As flashback, forcing Dan away from the peak. Aggressive triple stack here from forward 10 over to Pipes.
Tons of control. See Ban up here as well. Gonna maybe get involved. Maybe find a one and done off the double tap.
Very early drone.
Get spotted, so he can't really get much value out of that shield. And DRX is just like, never mind.
I definitely think Poppy's playing too passively here. But he's also worried about the lurk. But yeah, I think probably we should at least be starting here. And I think I adjusted this in one of the timeouts. But certainly start here before falling back into the site.
They found my trap.
Clear the...
Yudaton's going to be hearing this.
Yeah.
Well, it is now noted.
To clear the trademark there. It's all in a flashback here. What can he get done? Ban's going to twist right around the corner.
I don't think Flashback is going to have a read on this one. Then again, is peeking down and never mind. Flashback far wiser than I am. Finds that timing. Well, going to be praised as Yudaton
30 seconds left.
Ooh, that could have been
Glided
so
up.
good.
to find the shot on the Mako. That is unlucky as all hell for him.
Okay, we need to be fast.
Stranded
Killjoy's
out,
on the
Kirk an
flank.
island, stranded forward.
Good
Flashback
aggressive fight.
pinching in,
Good
now
wall.
all
Nicely done.
alone. Poppy is watching for it.
Very
and
nice.
has the shot.
It's going kind of sideways.
It's a good read. Even though Ban walks up and dies there,
They're gonna get
we
it
make the
through.
call to just stay B,
DRX,
take the
let's see
fight,
how they
which was
wanna
good.
Respond. Again, 3 players on A, so this is kind of the name of the game right now for GE is make A difficult, send them over towards Yudotan and Poppy and let them kind of make DRX pay when they try to go to that side. There is a judge there for Yudotan. Yoman has a res, couple away for Estrella, so the alt cycle not quite into place for DRX and could be really impactful for Global Esports here if they're able to find a safe res. This is
Crystal droning middle because we don't know if there's a lurk. Poppy's watching.
They're just going to try to drone him out of position. He'll swing and
Ooh.
just get struck down. Mako watching wide.
Kind of unfortunate. Not necessarily the best play from Yudo, but also he's very committed here. I kind of wish that he had just fallen out, but I understand what he's going for. He thinks that somebody's going to be a little bit closer. Why would he have a judge in this spot?
Swing and just get struck down. Mako watching wide. Catches him off guard.
he was watching something. He did that yesterday. It worked for him. Didn't go so good for Yudotan.
Poppy tagged up a bit there by the shock down to the corner. His flashback trying to get the better of Ban once again. This time cannot. Needs a bit of damage, but the heal can come
Good
through
kill
from
by
Yoman.
Ban. Now we just need to counter.
Also has the full kit available from the ISO. Yoman able to find one, and there
Okay,
you go.
we just weren't really ready for the fight
Slowed down
into.
Ban previously.
Weren't really ready for the fight in to Orange and B site, which is weird because we do this all the
Noted.
time. But
Few little
they're
position.
kind of using our own stuff against us a little bit here with the Sage and the wall up, wall down.
Keeping track. Out to the B. Oh,
Call a timeout.
aggressive positioning. Effective, and
Telling DRX that all will be well.
those alt cycles. One away for Estrella, one away for freeing. Still some rifles available for GE. Of course, Yudotan just gonna stop.
So the adjustment basically is we wanted to get Yudotan, instead of having to have the ISO kind of stuck here watching without like really help from any Sentinel utility, we decided to switch the chamber to hold this line with the trip for himself. And then ISO can be part of the fighting pack where we've got like 3 players that can fight together, and they can either go B or A depending on the contact. So we've got like 1 anchor, 2 anchors, and then a fighting trio that moves back and forth.
Stock up on
in the middle of the
Headhunter
map.
bullets. Poppy, I think they just saw him. So he has to back up.
Alone for the moment. Couple players nearby enough. Is
So
drone
re-clear middle, get ready to go
towards
B.
mid, up tube. Spotted there. Yeoman wrapping
Poppy's
around
in
to
trouble.
try to reinforce this position, but Poppy has already been lost. Yeoman just gets tucked over towards Snowman.
They saw that.
I feel like Poppy's playing this somewhat wrong.
They just saw him. I'm just gonna stock up on Headhunter bullets. Poppy, I think they just saw him. So he has to
He has no help, so coming to yellow seems a little crazy to
back
me.
up.
To try to reinforce this position, but Poppy has already been lost. Yeoman just gets tucked over towards Snowman.
Kind of going for
Saw
the
that
hero
slow
play
work
there.
come
If
through.
he has help
was
from
enough
topside, I
to
think that's a good play. But
G's giving
solo,
themselves a
probably just fall
chance.
back.
Oh,
He's in shock dart, but Fring swinging out wide there at yellow is able to find Ban. No, wall raised. Doesn't mean anything as far as protection is concerned.
oh, this has gotten real tough now for Global. DRX just gonna wait this
I'm gonna
out,
stream you on Twitch as well, no.
seeing if they're gonna make any further moves. Could even be a rotate, but with flashback in mid, I
30
kind of doubt it.
seconds left.
Oh,
Kind of just a bad round
Set up.
overall from us. I feel like we just had like 3 different random pickoffs.
Thrifty to come.
Don't really feel like we gave ourselves a chance to win that
They
round at
moved.
all.
Poppy, and there was maybe
Okay.
a moment there for GE
Now we've
where
got
they
it.
were kind of in decent enough position.
We've got guns. Okay, so we're doing the same thing. 4-person A fight. Looks like we are not accounting for the fact that they have this, because if we did, we probably wouldn't do this play. Unless we're... Oh, actually, never mind. I think I remember us actually talking about this, because this is like the most common way to use this ult, to use drone tag ult. But I'm pretty sure we did talk about this, and Ban said he wanted to get tagged with the shield and just tank the ult to bait. So we'll see how that works.
Because of the economy, it means that you can just hold on to this outlaw still for flashback. You've got 1 player with full armor at the moment, and it's going to be Ban.
Ah, he just countered the
There for
drone.
GE where they were
What? How do we
in
counter the
decent
drone?
enough position,
We
but
instantly kill it?
Because of the economy, it means that you can just hold on to this
Oh, yeah,
outlaw
just
still for
instantly kill it.
flashback. You've
Okay.
got 1 player with full armor at the moment, and it's going to be Ban.
close to that ult.
1 charge away. It looks like he's going to be grabbing this up right here and now.
Okay, again, leave Utaton. 3 players go
Pretty
middle,
aware
fight middle.
where that orb went to.
They're just fishing for contact, wondering if Ban was going to try to
Oh boy.
maybe push again.
Got freeing touch back around that corner, but man, what a snappy little drag there from Utaton.
That's the
Great
res
kill
out of
by
play.
Udo.
Res out of play and a player advantage. Very nice
And now we're in a
enough
good spot to counter Mako's lurk, because this is like the second phase.
to find the
As
opener.
Mako goes for a lurk.
And now lurking here within the tube, can counter swing off contact. Yeoman facing down in the mid. See if Mako try to make a go of this. Swings. Here's it. Rides the wall up the top. At the same time, Utaton going to be.
I mean, what a fucking disaster. Like, oh my god. We played the macro this round perfectly, and then we just completely troll. The timing from Yeoman is very unfortunate. He tries to go for the wall so that we can come back to A and fight for A. But Mako is just there as he is his wall out. Ban not getting the trade is crazy.
Swings. Here's it. Rides the wall up the top. At the same time, Utaton going to be taken down, and Mako wins the fight.
That's a
with his
tough
bat as well.
one.
Down A.
That is a tough one to lose.
Being down a member.
30 seconds
Spike is
left.
still on the floor. Hyunmin on the hunt. He's able to find him there. Just slipping the net, but now that means that Hyunmin maybe just has a free kill, but he's not sure about Poppy's positioning quite just yet. The time is ticking, however. It's DRX. Now they've got him locked himself out of flat.
All right.
That round.
5-1. Not looking good for us. But defense was never our strong suit. What the hell is this? Off my screen.
Force popped by Yudotan here at the same time. For the moment, B side is completely open. Clear on the drone, reveal on the one. The Hunter's Fury gonna be invested.
Okay, this is nice. We do a little double damage Sova combo.
Clear on the drone, reveal on the one. The Hunter's Fury gonna be
Goodbye.
invested into this one. Crystal looking for the kill, but it's gonna be freeing. Dead by Yeoman's hand. As kill contract gets a grab here on the Hyunmin. Instantly does find the headshot. And nicely done. It's Poppy with a classic best Smoko. Red's going to be invested though. As flashback does find the second shot, and the wheels starting to come off here for DRX. Ben gets the reset.
We put a bunch of ults into this round, but at the same time, we get the win. And we need a win, so we'll take the win.
To kind of put the fear into DRX. Putting those top of difference maker. Now you're going to have the op for Yudotan. And he's going to stand up on top of the yellow box initially, but gets back down.
Poor Hyunmin tripled his deaths in that round.
No more Sova.
That is pretty unaware
Poor
from
Hyunmin tripled his
Crystal.
deaths in that round.
No more Sova.
I guess because they had heavy contact over here, he's just focusing on this, but not great for us to give away the kill immediately.
And then dying once more. 13-3, still pretty good score line. Ban trying to hold close, finds the first, but Hyunmin still snappy and on point. Tailwinds forward, forces Yeoman's position, but he's going to be caught trying to set up the wall. Flashback. Oh,
Yikes.
My goodness! Woo!
Okay, we're kind of just getting shit on. Like, mechanically, we kind of just got shit on.
Yudotan. Oh, he doesn't get a glimpse. They just barely miss each other. Half a second longer, and he would have been able to save.
Oh, yeah.
Forward, but Yudotan not going to go for it.
Strayus swinging out a little bit wider, and he finds him.
Super unfortunate. We lose the op.
Half a second longer, and he would have been able to save it, but
Really, really
It's
tough.
a flashback.
6-2.
It's a great little.
Feels bad.
Find. Got rifles though. For Global.
We were not in the right spots. Yudo started middle instead of starting with the group. Now we've got 4 people over here. We're scrambling to get into the right location. Poppy's getting run down.
Global Esports still.
We're kind of falling apart here on defense a little bit.
Poppy might not even get a chance to pop it if they keep pushing towards him. Or even if he does, it might be pretty quickly punished. He just has to fall back.
quick take of the space here, but no further commitment. Seems like DRX just trying to see what kind of rise they get out of Global Esports here.
Man, Astrea's got to be careful.
Cutting noise, but Global are maintaining presence on this side of the map. So they're gambling correctly. Lockdown, however, could buy up plenty space here for DRX.
Locked down into a pit.
Up, Mr. Pacifier.
This is a really difficult retake for Global.
I mean, again, we're in a good spot. Like, I feel like our macro approach to this game was quite good. I think that we had basically the correct read on how to play against DRX, but they're kind of just owning us aim-wise, and I think we're just making too many individual mistakes.
Kill contract too.
Slow pushed up, freeing able to find Yeoman up and over the top. Kill contract is going to be online. Goes
Good
for
fight.
Poppy at the same time, able to find 2 quick kills.
Good fights from Poppy. 3v1.
Oh, I guess the kill contract whiffed. I was going to say I was waiting for the kill feed to pop up.
Yeah, I think he just missed with it.
Oh,
30 seconds left.
might not matter too much. Back here around the corner, and there's some shots flying. And finds position here on the 2, but up and over the top. Yudotan won't even need to.
Good round from us there.
Poppy just pushing.
Yep, just fighting together.
Use those ults.
DRX instantly calls the timeout.
As they get ready to go into the.
What's their
G in our
adjustment?
group. Looking so good.
Looks like their adjustment is to maybe go a bit more aggressive mid early because they know that we're coming back here a little bit later on in the round. That'd be my guess.
Masters Toronto and coming out pretty hot at the beginning of this stage, and DRX like we just needed a little extra time to get all the pieces back into place, to get everything put back together. Early pop of the pit for Poppy. And you're talking
Nice
about.
alliteration.
Thank you. Felt pretty good about that one.
Yudotan. Oh, just feeling pretty good about that lurk, but now has the back pedal. Trying to get into position. There you go. Gets out. deep enough to be able to get the rendezvous. Drone going to be cleared here by Hyunmin, but that's all basically to disguise the position of Mako. Ban continuing to push forward, able to find one.
Nice
gets
little
out.
refight.
It's going to be flashback dead, and now you don't have to concern yourselves with a lockdown in this round.
This is going to be interesting. Estrella, he's going to get noted by the trademark. It's right
Heavy,
on the other side of
heavy
Mako.
re-clear for Mako.
I
We
think
know
he
somebody's
might have
here.
just barely slipped the net here. Push into the kitchen,
Oh, it's a
Mako wins on that
big
fight.
whiff from
Minor
Crystal.
damage going to be suffered. That's Crystal dead.
Ooh.
Yudotan over the top of screens, able to find one. Steadies
Yeah,
in for a second.
nice fight from
Playing
Yudo.
now on Estrella. Backpedaling, one charge away from having a res.
Okay, we know Mako's in our spawn.
Needs this lurk from Mako to go big. Span checks
30
around the back.
seconds left.
Has not noted him quite just yet. Peek into the sight. That could be him getting dropped. At the same time, Estrella.
Oh
finds
my
the timing.
goodness.
Yudotan
We're
thinking
going to
that
lose
maybe
this
has been
round.
opened up a bit, and now Mako strikes.
What a disaster. I remember this. We literally just lost this map to Mako. Just straight up. Mako by himself won them this map.
Pistol in hand. Hyunmin
Oh,
dropping down, and
fuck
Mako
me.
setting up a pit of his own.
We played this so well, and then we lost track of
Happy to get
Mako,
through here.
and he just won
a
them the
classic.
round.
He's been able to find it. That's a weapon now scooped up. Pressure from both sides. He's out, gonna have to go for the judge. They
Yeah.
play forward into this one.
Like it in the pit.
There.
Wait, actually, maybe
Bob
we
did
win
the
this
drop
round.
down. Ready to come through. Frantically searching.
Yeah,
Estrella
we win this
dead.
round. I
Mako,
just
however,
remembered.
still here in their faces. The bite attempt, but the wall is there. Mako's gonna play ring around the Rosie. But the wall is blocking him off, and he cannot get through.
What a silly
They'll open
round.
the door for him, and then
This early pressure that
What a
high
silly
position
round.
by Poppy first. Really patient on
Okay, I'm pretty sure we lose a round like this later.
that backside, really trying to figure out where Hyunmin went, making sure that he dealt with that first. Kept that judge. And it was the perfect call. Hyunmin's gonna pop the blades.
Somebody needs to
Shorty
break
behind
Yudo's
Opt for Yudo
drones,
again.
man.
He's been identified, so
I don't know how we're not breaking the drone
gonna
for this
set up
guy.
the escape valve.
You should run.
this time the lockdown able to come through. No way to try to clear this one out, so it has to be respected. Global Esports now backpedaling. Plant just now getting ready to come through. Could mean for a potential flood retake, but Global's still trying to get their ducks in a row. Everybody rotated into position.
All gonna come down to Mako. Be really patient there in mid.
Yeah, I think this is
Find
where
value.
Mako wins the round.
The longer this goes, the higher the value can
He's
be.
just such a demon. He's such a
Global Esports are gonna
demon
be
on the
trained
lurks,
in
man.
on these
His
players
timing
on
is
site.
always so good.
They try to hold this line, push forward, just disrespecting that wall. Hyunmin with the knife is able to find one, swings out, looking for a little bit more, but he
We're
and
winning the
Flashback are gonna be losing
fights.
their
The
lives.
retake is
Estrella
good.
going across.
Oh my god, he's in our back
Striking,
lines.
But cannot find the spray onto the second. Estrella and freeing now. Versus Yudotan. The quick peek, the ride of the rope, and Yudotan just having to.
Unfortunate.
Nice little hard time keeping track of these GE players. They're being really sneaky, really aggressive. These rounds get really dicey. Just are you going to check the right angle at the right time? Trademark placed way further forward.
Or picked up. Crystal now, Hunter's Fury online. Oh, and the
Super aggro from Yudotan.
Instantly
Good,
finds the
good
shot,
wall.
Backpedals out of there with a rendezvous.
Nice second
Over the
pick.
belt. That's Mako now dead. Hunter's Fury going to be layered in as well.
Good
Last
third
round,
pick.
Why the hell not? And Yudotan is looking to maybe find an ace of his own.
Oh yeah.
Ban.
Ban. Bro,
maybe
this
An ace of his own.
this just wide swing is crazy, man. If we just jiggle this and contain them, there's a 0% chance they win this round. Just a 0% chance they can win this round if we just jiggle.
Ban swinging out, can't quite steady it.
But he's
Estrella
going wide,
picks up that
and they're
fight.
rotating
Poppy
to B.
lurking in mid. This is the timing. Sends out a shot.
Poppy is running away
Knows
from B
position.
for some reason. Repositioning with
The
Crystal.
2v5 here at its
Player
peak.
standing.
Now
Okay.
fall into a 1v4.
Estrella has res.
Estrella's just scratching his head like,
Oh, and the double back, but Global Esports are looking to play this all together. So he's still going to go pushing forward into a stack. Oh, there's the pickup. The walls
Goes
keep
and
protected.
reses Hyunmin.
Now they're going to go storming forward, but it's only 15 seconds remaining. They have really taken their time on
Yudo's
this
getting
one. With that
aggressive.
shot, Yudotan,
Kills another.
opportunity for that ace will be denied, but the round of victory is already
Okay,
secured.
we win the round.
The attack
7-5. Not the worst,
war on, like,
considering
looks.
how good DRX tends to be on attack. We played that pretty well.
A lot of confidence.
All right, we go to our good side. Obviously, we haven't dealt with the Sage before, so we talked about, just being careful about not falling heavy off site against the Sage, not giving them the easy post plant for the retake, and then also just making sure that if we're running into the Sage, not to use too much utility on the initial slow. Because remember how this comp functions is we essentially have two drones. We've got the drone from Crystal, and then we have the drone from Ban with his shield up. So if they get the operator up, or we're trying to swing into B long, or we're trying to swing belt, or we're trying to swing lower, we need to use one drone. We can't use both drones. We need to use one drone at a time so that we have two chances if we want to swing to the other side of the map, or if we get stalled and we need to hit again. That's the big thing on the attack, is we have to be very conscious of when we use our drone and when we use our shield.
A lot of ghosts. Seems to be the DRX favorite on these pistols. They can take this one. They'll have
Ring out in the open, going to be struck down. Estrella.
a lot of ghosts. Seems to be the DRX favorite on these pistols.
And this is our fake pistol that we did a bunch, and it worked a lot. Wall, like we're splitting into B. Dart holds people over here, and then we just contact walk up into A as 4. There's never more than 3. A lot of the time there's less. A lot of the time these guys will just walk up and push because they think that we're going this way. They're trying to get an early flank, and we usually get super easy duels.
They can take this one. They'll have
Ring out
Just
in the
like
open,
that.
going to be struck down.
Just like that.
Backpedal. Rounds the corner, gets out to safety through elbow before Yudotan can really gain an angle. I say that, he still finds damage and done it. Gets taken down. Might have to see that one on a replay. Continuing to get spammed.
Now we get stalled out.
That heal.
Oh my god, I remember this pistol. We get stalled out. Poppy gets super deep on the lurk here. He calls us back to B. This is a fine call. We could have just sped up and hit A. It would have been fine. We do this all the time. He calls us back to B, and this fucking Mako guy.
He's not going to find its full effectiveness whatsoever.
yeah.
Mako, however,
This fucking Mako guy.
finds the first, needs to get the second, but we'll just go ahead, tuck tail. Back out, refaces. Is very wary about this approach from Poppy. Damage suffered as he tries to get into tube now. Finds one.
One enemy
Tries
remains.
to
This
give the
guy,
tube an
man.
opportunity here as the spike is now going to be dropped. And Poppy does get spotted. Estrella finding them there in the tube. Puts them down low on HP, and suddenly, I don't know how DRX have gotten themselves into this position where they're now favored to the pistol.
Mako again.
Unbelievable.
Just finding great timings on these lurks.
Unbelievable.
Real Estrella has bought enough time to go ahead and get himself a heal, so now we'll
10 seconds left.
Estrella's
Spike
got to be
planted.
patient. Wait for flashback to get in.
Poppy gets the plant.
Poppy's been so very clutch, and he's had his moments looking reinvigorated.
All right, that's a huge
can
pistol to
definitely-
lose. This comp really wants to win the pistol because then we can really start snowballing. If we lose the first 2 rounds,
Global Esports.
then they get a better economy. They get, more momentum. We lose the ult economy usually if we don't win the
And then
pistol.
the spike
So
falls.
that was a
at the
huge
bottom.
loss. But I remember after losing this pistol in comms, Yudotan goes, "Don't cry, guys. Don't cry. I will win us this round. I'm going to win us this round." So we get him the outlaw, and this is what happens next.
Bottom of tube and
Oh,
Yudotan.
Only 2 players, though, susceptible to this. And
Gets
he's
tagged.
going to get clipped there by the Marshal.
40 HP.
So heal has to be used nice and early. And then, peeking, but dropping and still profiting. Finds his second, a third, and now he's looking for his second ace.
Totally farmed by Hyunmin.
Will get shut down. Yudotan
Poison's off.
not allowing for those shenanigans, but my goodness, the damage dealt.
This is one of the craziest rounds you're going to see.
He's so good on this map.
So good at this game.
He is pretty good at this game too, yeah. Can't deny that.
Hyunmin knows that he needs to go big, get the team qualified over the champs, have some impact there if he wants to get back into the running for Rookie of the Year.
Here.
Nice little jiggle peek out of the wall. Yudotan.
Ridiculous shot, down to 30.
Very nice snappy shot. Does get rid of Mako. Flies flashback.
Hilarious spam.
Let's hold our horses here. The guided missile's looking to strike.
This is off to the sheriff.
That works.
Freeing now with everything to do. Trademark around the back, but he
Don't cry, guys. Don't cry. I will win us this round.
Take a wild stab in the dark as far as Yudotan's position.
Don't cry.
This does allow for the chamber to swing back. He's dialed in on a line and freeing. He's got half armor. One shot to find the kill. He's dialed in and he has it. What an unbelievable ace from Yudotan
That's got to be one of the best aces I've ever seen.
to reinvigorate Global Esports.
That's going to be one of the best aces I've ever seen in my life.
This is just absolutely stellar, stunning, superb, terrific, everything you could ever want. And the buy-up.
That shot.
The outlaw.
That shot.
That one right there.
One enemy.
That shot.
Man.
30 HP, one bullet.
He is.
Indeed.
Yeah. They've done it again.
Okay, now we need to not
Honestly,
lose the eco round.
I was considering recreating the classic yay call from the Japanese casters, but Yudotan doesn't really roll off the tongue as easily.
Okay, we get picked.
Quickly going to be traded back, but yeah, that's the level of that impact we just saw. Mako lurking here in garage, does have a Bucky. Drone is going to have to try to go on a pacey hit, and Poppy will eat a good amount of damage, but Yeoman should be able to patch that up.
Yeah, both teams have been able to avoid the shotgun shenanigans at B Garage.
Okay, now we just need to group as four, and go.
Now. Trying to tuck themselves in to see if they can interrupt this plant at all, but the wall's going to cut that off. How come the knives? Cut through, but tough situation with just classics in hand. Especially with how good, well, Yudotan's got a rifle, Crystal's got an outlaw. How good they're playing with those weapons.
The scanted side
Okay,
of that bull.
DRX just going to go for a save. They don't want to give too many orbs to us, which I think is a good call.
Wins, but it'll be tough. I mean, the rounds where he's hitting, they're.
All right, 8-7. We're a little bit far off. This is like the first time that Ban has been a little bit slow to get ults on attack. So this is sort of like one of our big momentum accelerators, and if we don't have this, it's a little bit tough.
Game changers.
Oh, yeah.
Vulnerable out. Push a little bit of space towards
Yeah, we
that
go for
orb.
the insta-kill on the
Keep
orb.
it under GE's control.
Deny the take, because I know that Australia is going to be one away from having that res. Early.
We needed to be scaling more here. If we're going to use the shield, we need to be getting more aggressive here. So this is definitely a problem, that we let them break the shield and then we don't actually take the space.
Use the turret upstairs. Ready for Poppy. Mako
Okay,
swinging back
continue
that way.
forward.
Oh,
Good
God.
pick from
Yudo.
Yudo.
Continuing here on his merry way.
Off
But
the
that
drone.
impact
Nice pick from
brings out the
Yudo.
Quartet, and he's just playing around these walls gorgeously. But
Too
Flashback
aggressive.
eventually
A
managed
little bit too
to
much.
put him down.
Poppy's in a good spot.
Poppy
Ooh,
looking out
needed
of
that
window.
kill.
No, needing to frantically backpedal.
Still haven't planted the spike.
Targets nearby.
Okay, good kill by
Figures out the
Poppy.
angle,
Good coverage by
finds
Ban.
And Global Esports, they are converting this.
3v1.
Damn.
Mako's gonna save. All right, 8-8. Again, we're playing against a team that's solid, right? DRX went top 3. DRX went top 3 at champs, right?
Move it along.
Obviously, they had Bane instead of Estrella, but this is a good team. So we're playing them well, even though we don't have anything to play for. So, I'm gonna be honest, I was pretty proud of the team in this series. I thought we played pretty well, all things considered.
Guessed wrong on where that drone was going to. Band's getting close to his ult, so is Poppy. Obviously, Yudotan has his in the back pocket.
Okay, so this is sort of our general B-slam take. So we drone out early, chases back the Viper if he's here, gets us out of the choke point, and then we shield and we take yellow. We slow here so that they can't swing on us.
Probably won't see it this round.
The molly plus the alarm bot was sort of a decent counter, but they don't pop it in time, so
Opportunity here for DRX. Seems
now
like
we're in a really good spot.
A good round to get a thrifty, but how clean GE's been. Good luck.
Plant out coming in.
Spike
Slow
planted.
drift up over the top here from Hyunmin. A tap down to Yunatan, but he's able to exit and flashback. Going to be gunned down.
Pretty good take.
Key advantages now here for the side of Global Esports, but they're going to be committing the res into this one.
They res.
DRX really trying to make a go of this thrifty. Cloud first to cut off that yellow
yeah.
access here. About to expire. It's going to be Hyunmin.
Yeah,
Dead.
we
Mako,
fucked up
Phantom
here
in hand,
big
gonna
time.
find two with it.
Man, we talked about this. Like, this is their one win condition, is the Sage
Be
wall.
committing the res
We can't have 5 people off site like
into this one.
And we need to talk when they wall. I think we couldn't hear the wall because of land sound, but man, this is such a bad way to lose a round. Holy
Really trying
shit.
to make a go of this thrift.
Especially when we're playing Sage. Like, we know how this agent works.
Cloud first to
Ridiculous.
cut off that yellow access here. About to expire. It's going to be Hyunmin. Dead, but Mako, Phantom in hand, able to find two, and the defuse just gets
Yeah,
stuck
that makes
all
me
the
sad.
same.
Somehow we had 3 people shooting here. Look at
That
this.
yellow access
They
here.
wall. We've got 3 people here. Somehow we only break one of the segments. I don't know how that's possible.
About to expire. It's going to be Hyunmin. Dead, but Mako, Phantom in hand, able to find
There's only one segment broken.
two, and the defuse just gets stuck all the same. Mako finding 4 off the back of it as well.
Yikes.
Wall through. They didn't. Never really. But I mean, I'm not sure what the comms are like. And
Okay. Regardless, we've got this. We've got this. We're one off of this. We have Yudo's ult. Let's just go. Let's just go slam A.
You want to
just
play?
felt
They
like
shouldn't
just
really
kinda
be able to stop
never
us.
really got the grasp of it, or if one player did, he maybe just assumed everybody heard it, and something kind of broke apart there in terms of their coordination. Now you've got the chamber ult to worry about, so
Drone going to be spotting out plenty there at Belt as well.
and trying to stay tucked in. And another reveal there, and Uniton backing out for a moment, looking for a lurk. Mako just kind of starting to inch his way down
Poppy's
too,
getting
but
aggressive on B. Notes that there's an alarm
very
bot there,
slow
which
and
means
patient about
Killjoy's
it.
B, which
Everybody
means
else
they're
on A
stacked
just
A.
holding
So we
the
just need to
line. No
make a
contact with
decision.
the KJ util in the B
Do we want to just exec with the ISO ult, or do we
side
want
of the
to
map, so just
pivot to
chilling
B?
is freeing, or
we
excuse
want
me,
to exec A with the ISO ult? Then Poppy needs to break this alarm bot and create pressure on B. If we want to come back to B, then we need to start leaving. Probably leave Crystal on A, and he can dart when we get to about where Poppy is, and then we can actually go B. So we need to do one of those things. Either go B with Crystal deposited A, or we need to go A, but Poppy needs to break the Killjoy utility.
It's you and me.
Oh,
No contract, getting a grab here onto Estrella. Ban quickly wins out that fight.
Focusing.
Now has full timer here on the double tap. Undercut over towards the right side of the site. Avoided here by Hyunmin. Got the tailwind at the ready. Trying to go on the peak and was able to find it. Ban
30 seconds left.
struck down 1 for 1. The push.
I genuinely hate how we played this. This decision doesn't make any sense. This was a bad call. Bad call. Doesn't make any sense logically.
difficult. You got all of DRX pinned there on the back of sight in the rafters. But it's just a little play by Hyunmin, getting that first kill into some trickery. And it all unravels. Man, oh man.
Needing a rally back right here and now. DRX on a warpath to try to secure that first place.
Using the
position.
ISO ult to
Australians,
not win the round
early
is
damage suffered. Shock darts go flying. Look at the
a
try
pretty
to
big problem for
persuade
us.
This plant, and now the Hunter's Fury as well.
Okay, we
We'll
get
be
the
able to
Hunter's
find
Fury
Yellow
out,
Man
but we
can
lose a
take it
player.
down.
We're going for the anti-Killjoy lockdown ult.
Pit blooming forward, flashback dealt
Okay,
with.
traded out.
Recon goes bouncing forward, but Uniton
Good, fighting
continuing
forward.
to deliver.
Buying space. Now we need to
Over the
fall
top of
out.
the wall.
Just play the spike.
Finds a kill and keeps Global Esports in with a player advantage. Hyunmin here around the back though. Slipping the net, avoiding that trademark. It's basically shoulder to shoulder with Crystal.
Got one.
Good kill.
It looks like Crystal might just have the jump on him, and he does.
Cool. We get the round.
He's dealt 2 rounds.
Good use of our ults.
Trying to set up another of
We've got Rez and Hunter's Fury now.
their own. Gunman is going to grab the op though. Do have a couple ults on both sides. Lockdown and Viper's
Looks like
pit,
we're
and then
expecting
the
some
Hunter's
sort of
Fury and the
aggressive
Res.
mid push.
Trying to keep them pinned at rafters. Being very cautious right now at Global Esports. I'm just going to wait this one out.
Here.
He'd love to just find a round where Mako feels like he can start getting a little bit more aggressive. You know, the rounds have been a little bit pacier from Global Esports. You know, maybe Mako tries to
Okay,
take a
coming
risk
back
and
into
push down
A
B2
since
a
they
little bit
droned
quicker, but
and probably have rotated
it's not
off,
gonna be the
which is a
case.
good read.
So now Global Esports saying, okay,
We don't
well,
know about the
little early
operator,
work,
but we
so
do have Rez.
get set up for
So
this execute.
unfortunately, Yudo takes first contact, which means that we can't res him because we're already pushed up this far. So this is kind of like the worst case scenario based on what's happening right now.
Just playing it patiently on the angle. Eventually poking forward.
We
Red
decide, okay, we are actually going to go for this res, which totally fucks our
Is-
timing.
is available. It looks like Yeoman's going to try to re-wrap around the, bring him back
You
into
will
this one.
not kill my allies.
Ban scales with the shield while we fall backwards, so I really don't
Peel
like
off
the
angle, so
coordination
we'll
on
be able
this.
to find
Doesn't
that
make a lot of
punish, but he's
sense
gonna
what we're
spot that
doing.
onto ban. The undercut's going to be sent out.
Scanning ahead.
We've now used our drone, and we've used our shield, and we've used our res, and we have not gotten sight control implanted. We have 30 seconds left. We're probably going to lose this round.
They're peeling back.
30 seconds left.
They've bought the rotations. They've got the lockdown out too, and they were already outside of it. They anticipated that. That is so well read by Crystal.
Ah,
more
so we
pressure
go
now
for the
on
mid
Mako.
plant. I remember this.
Clear of this, the footsteps to be heard. Mako to try to
Oh,
delay.
Poppy,
Trying
so
to
many
get the jump there.
opportunities
Unable
on these
to do
lurks.
so. Flashback.
And then he kind of compounds the whiff. So this is something that it's really hard not to do this, but it's so important to do this if you want to level up as a player. He has an opportunity to kind of win us this round, right? By getting this pick and making them paranoid about two, but we go plant. He whiffs the kill, right? It happens. Obviously, this is something that we need to have work out for us, but he whiffs the kill. It's fine. What really loses us this round is that he immediately tries to go make another play when they know he's here to like make up for whiffing this, right? So he whiffs, tries to make up for it by making another aggressive play, gets killed, we lose all kitchen control, and the round
to
becomes
delay.
extremely difficult
Trying to
at
get the
this
jump
point.
there. He's unable to do so.
So it's like, this is a game about mistakes. If you make mistakes, it's fine. It's going to happen. But if you make mistakes and then you compound those mistakes by making more mistakes, trying to make up for the first mistake, that's when you really get into trouble.
Flashback. He's got it.
Spike planted.
More of a shallow plant than we're used to seeing with Hyunmin. Flashback both going to be struck out, freeing and Estrella find one apiece. 3v2, Ban. Brings it to parity, but Mako out from back yellow finds Crystal, and that leaves Ban all alone. Trying to clutch this one. Mako's noted to me scaling forward. Sliding in and hold.
Yep.
I mean, so tight around that corner.
Unfortunate.
Positioned so well over at B. So safe, so patient.
Unfortunate
Waiting
way
for
to
his
lose
moment
that
to
round.
strike. It's Crystal in the back.
Again, we played the macro perfectly. I mean, not perfectly. We played the macro fine. We made a good mid-round call. And then we just kind of made a little bit of a brain fart mistake.
Side.
Lose us the round.
Really nicely done. Here comes the Hunter's
Looking
Fury.
for the opening here. Estrella going to be
Good.
tagged and dead.
Good damage.
Solid tracking him at the same time, still putting that operator to good use. Freeing, drone up over the top here at 410.
Need to
target-rich
scale up.
environment where Poppy wants to try to scale forward and get the jump here, but instead it's going to be Ban.
Get the ISO
Stealing away
ults.
Hyunmin, and that's the operator. Surely Ban has this one. Dead to rights.
Oh boy.
A bit of minor effort, but now Flashback still holding things down to the side. Eventually going to be flushed
Okay,
out.
good round. It's
Shield
very
still being
scrappy.
cycled. Yutan up over the top
It's
with
not a
Marco.
pretty round.
Silently
It's not a pretty
sliding
round, but
forward.
a win is a win.
It's around the back. Doesn't break the shield. And
A win is a win. We'll take the
Outplaying with
win.
Fire a bit. I mean, what do you do here? Not much you can do as Hyunmin. That's the reset on that shield. That's so impactful for Ban to get value out of this ice to an eco. Working with. Now you've got DRX onto an eco. Got that outlaw for Crystal.
Lives built up here, but a little bit of damage.
Oh
gonna
my
be
god, we lose this eco. God, how do we lose this eco?
suffered. And given the freeing as well, it's tagged to 35. They still opt to go for.
He pops shield super early, gets it instantly broken by a spam or a dart or something like that.
The jet. They want Hyunmin to be able to put the team on his back here. Just on pushing forward.
Ito finds the timing.
And he should have the timing. He
Okay.
does, but loses his life. The knives tries to get a hit.
Okay, fight together, fight together.
Is able to quickly collect.
Fight together. We still have gun advantage.
More brings it back into a 3v3.
We still have gun advantage. Clear the site together.
Arriving. Sheriff in
Oh
hand,
my
trying to be the
god.
difference maker. The wall gets ready to go up.
Play together.
Held on to here for the moment, and Estrella just bounding around the corner.
We
finds
don't.
a kill, and before the wall can fly, Mako finds Crystal in the face. Estrella recovers a Vandal, gets the shot, and it's a thrifty.
Why, bro?
For DRX to
Why?
get up to match point.
It's just madness. Estrella just stays tucked in underneath. Right with the
That's so
utility.
sad.
Bullets connecting.
Oh man, and Raptors.
That's so sad. I mean,
wait,
that
wait,
is.
Wait. Flashback buying some attention from the top of Raptors.
How much HP does Poppy have when he dies here? I think he literally gets 150 to 0'd by this. Oh, wait, never mind. I think he took a bullet from Mako as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He took a bullet from Mako. So they both literally shot him at the same
For the
time.
moment, and Estrella just
Look at his face.
The wall gets ready to go up. Held on.
Look at poor Poppy's face, dude. He's like, how the fuck did this right click kill me? But it's because he got headshot by Mako at the same time as he got right clicked. That's so funny. Poor guy.
Estrella just bounding around the corner, quickly finds a kill, and before the wall can fly, Mako finds Crystal in the face.
Yeah.
Estrella recovers a
Kind of got outplayed by Estrella.
Completely
Also,
off
just
guard.
like,
They're not anticipating that somebody would just sit there and wait.
just fight
wait,
together.
wait.
Fight and
Flashback
scale
finds
together.
some attention
Clear the
from
site
top
together.
of Raptors. Boom. Right with the utility.
All 3 bullets connecting.
Oh man, and Mako hits a banger.
That's tough. All right.
Disgusting.
Last round of our season. Last round of our season.
Take flight.
Having some fun.
Now, Global Esports, again, a similar position where they need to be able to win this out.
We call for a B fake because our usual B stuff has been drone into ISO shield and to run it down. So we're faking like we're doing B. It's working. They're running over to B, and then we're going to go A.
2 in a row to try to take this into overtime. They weren't able
Okay, we pop the ISO shield. Ban's even going to invest the ult
to
here.
make it happen.
The fake works
On Lotus, and
100%.
They make it happen here on Ice Box. There's the grab, flashback. Pulled into the Shadow Realm. The shield will fall and flash.
But we're too slow. Again, just like when we lost to Secret, if you're going to run a fake, you better believe that your fake's going to work. Because if you try to run a fake and you don't scale correctly, you don't scale fast enough, you don't believe that there's going to be 1 or 0 people at the other side of the map, the fake is pointless.
Back. He will leave his adversary behind.
Oh, it's a backbreaker.
And banished for eternity is freeing.
Way too slow.
Shutting down
What is our
Yutan.
scaling?
No more
What are
value
we
to be found
doing?
from that headhunter?
What are we doing?
A 3v5 now. To try to clutch it out as young men
Legit.
quickly noted.
Legit,
Really
this
backpedaling
round
out of the
is
gate
just
site.
the exact perfect example of our season. It's like we have a
And
good
I was
idea.
Scrambling to find
We
answers.
even execute the idea
Looking for that
relatively
pick,
well
looking
to
for that
start.
overextension.
And then we just
Mako's
don't
been so
trust the
reliable.
read. We don't
He's
trust
tucked right around this
ourselves
corner.
to
That's
be
the spot
correct.
2 on a Crystal.
Well, they've seen each other.
And as a result, we end up in a fucked up situation
It's all
where
the
people
more
are not on the
Global
same
Esports.
page because we don't trust each other. And we don't trust the calls, correct?
30 seconds left.
Seems like the call will still be to wrap around here onto the B site.
The snake bite bought a little extra time.
Wall to the side, the Hunter's Fury there. Yeoman interrupted here for now. Does get tagged, doesn't get taken down. Crystal
10
needing
seconds
to be the
left.
protector, to be the bodyguard here. And he's been spotted, but he spots Hyunmin. I think Hyunmin one of the really just run and gun.
Nice shots from
Stop this
Crystal,
play from
trying to
coming
shoot
through,
his
but
way
now
out of this
suddenly
one.
Enemy remaining.
It's going to be a 3v1. The odds, the deck stacked against Crystal. Looking for that first.
And that's
but
it.
Cannot find it.
2025 season is over. 2025 season is over. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I want to actually go to stats real quick and just filter by the 2025 season. Just because I think it's kind of interesting to look at this stuff at the end. So starting in January 2025, let's filter out the most recent stuff. We'll just do till season ended in September. So let's see. How many maps did we play? We played 2, 5, or 7, 12, 15, 18, 21, 27, 28, 31, 36. We played 36 maps in like 8 months. And we had an above 60% win rate on 2 of them. Above 50% win rate on 2 of them. Haven, rough map for us. Couldn't really find our comp that worked. You can see we tried a bunch of different comps. Nothing was really working for us on Haven. Bind, kind of played the same comp twice. We couldn't really find a comp that worked for our team on this one either. Split, this was a good map to start the year. We kept the comp for the entire year. It kind of got comp diffed towards the end. Double Duelist is quite good against Double Sentinel. And so I think Double Sentinel was good at the beginning of the year before people kind of understood how to play against Double Senti. And then as everybody shifted to Double Duelist, I think we kind of got gapped on this map as well. So probably needed to evolve this read over time. Ascent, we had 1 game in the Teo meta. We had 2 games during EWC. We also ended up playing the Fnatic comp in scrims, and we were decent at the Fnatic comp, the Chamber Vice Yoru. This is the one map where I was able to convince Udaton to play Yoru and taught him to play Yoru on the map, but we never got to play it during an official. Icebox, we obviously had our comp, our read on the comp. Probably should have won both of these, but you know, it looks pretty bad. 1 and 2 record, but I think this is one of our better maps. Pearl was definitely one of our better maps, at least against the weaker teams. Again, Double Senti. Maybe gets a little bit countered over time, but Genji was also just good on this map. So one of our better maps. Lotus was a problem map all year long. Again, you can see multiple different comps. Triple Senti didn't work. Switched to the G2 comp. Won 1 game against a weaker team. Got crushed. Switched comps. Lost. Switched comps. Lost. Couldn't really figure out the right comp on Lotus for our team. Sunset, we played it 1 time in EWC. We tried like 3 or 4 different comps as well. Couldn't really find a comp that worked well. I think we just really didn't understand how to play this map on macro very well. Like our macro is just very bad. We worked on our macro a lot on defense, but we could just never like play the map fluidly rotation wise on defense. So this was always a problem. Abyss got exploited at the beginning of the year. We had a good Abyss. Abyss was our best map with scrims before kickoff, and then losing Patrick Hu and having to change how we were playing and change our comps, change our approach, destroyed us on this map. So we never had a good Abyss. And then Corrode, obviously, we came out. Ignore this one. This was a show match that didn't really matter. We had a good read on the initial meta. We won 2 maps. We got antied and didn't adjust very well against Gen G. Lost faith in the comp, switched comps to some weird bastardized version of the meta comp. Got killed by Nongshim. I think our Corrode was decent, but obviously we needed to fix some stuff as well. So yeah, I mean, that was our season in a nutshell. As you can see, just like kind of a, like I said, everything about the season was inconsistent. Inconsistent comps, inconsistent coaches, inconsistent roster, inconsistent effort, inconsistent focus, inconsistent communication. Chaos, inconsistency tends to lead to an inconsistent team. And unfortunately for us, we were in the best region in the world against some of the best teams in the world. And if you're inconsistent against the best teams in the world, you're probably not going to do that well. So that's sort of the summary. That's 2025 in a nutshell. I'm sad that that's the only opportunity that I'm probably going to have in VCT Pacific, at least for now, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's kind of the 2025 season in review. So I appreciate you guys watching and going on this journey with me. Hopefully it was interesting, entertaining, educational, etc. And yeah, I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do next content-wise, but I will say that, you know, I do want to give the players a shout-out. I obviously criticized a lot of stuff during this series, but, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, this game is a game about mistakes. And making less mistakes usually means that you're winning. Making more mistakes and punishing other teams' mistakes usually means, punishing other teams' mistakes is also a way to win. Making more mistakes than the other team, getting punished worse. Making mistakes at the wrong time, that's when you lose. And so mistakes are going to happen. That's why you review games, to learn from them. I mean, even watching these games back, I noticed stuff that I did wrong as a coach, as far as like timeouts, adjustments, setups, stuff like that. So it's all about learning and getting better. So yeah, it was kind of fun. It was depressing. It was tilting, but it was also, I think it was good. So yeah, thanks guys. I'm gonna take off now. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you when I see you. I don't know exactly when the next time I'll stream is or what the next piece of content I'll do is, but I will see you around. And appreciate y'all for